Your ski, what's that word, gang? It's your guy, Gemini by Law of the Spot, man. Jim in the spot. Yes, Sirski. When I'm on the tube, I take over the tube when I'm on here, you feel me? What's that word? How we feeling tonight, chat? We gotta get into some things, bro. Allstar JR news, bro. We thought he was home free. We thought Allstar JR caught a free body. You know what I'm saying? Dudes try to run down on him. He using Texas self-defense to injure ground. He smoked him. We thought that was, you know what I'm saying? Just is what it is. But it's looking like, nah, boy. They came back to, it's looking like they came back, shit like that came back to bite my boy, man. I don't know what's going on. Why they locked him up? They did. You know what I'm saying? Free body. But anyway, man, we're going to tap in. We ain't going to waste too much time. We're going to see what's going on with this Allstar JR situation. If you rocking with me, you know what I'm saying, you in the chat, hit the like button for me. Jump in the chat with me, you know what I'm saying. We on here for a good time, not a long time. So let's enjoy while we here, bro. And shout out to the family. We're going to see what's up with the family, man. They going to give us some updates on this Sitchy. Because I ain't going to lie, to me, it's crazy. I couldn't, when I heard he got booked, they booked him. They booked him for, I thought it was self-defense. But I guess he trolled too much. You know the feds don't like that. But let's get to it.
Leaving two men in critical condition.
10, since he wanted to play, when I was getting me some food, we made a dance for him. Now the best way this dance can work, if a nigga shoot your dumb ass like 4 or 5 times before you fall. But if you don't got nobody to do that for you, just lay down smooth like this, right? Lay your bitch ass down and you point them toes up, right? You spread a little bit, cause the nigga done spanked you. Spread a little bit.
Hey y'all, today I'm gonna talk about Mr. Dogface. What possessed your ugly ball sack looking ass to get on this internet and put my name in your mouth yesterday?
That's NBA Youngboy moms.
It's not letting nothing slide in the rap community in 2026. Shit, a couple weeks ago we talked about a Detroit rapper who defended himself. Well, at least according to the facts that was presented to the public. At first the internet called it self-defense. The Detroit rapper survives an attempt robbery, shots goes off, and just like that, social media already had a verdict. He was protecting himself. He had no choice. It was either him or them. And honestly, at first glance, it looked like that. A man gets robbed, he fights back, and people naturally side with survival. But according to federal authorities, one single action changed everything. One statement made by investigators claims the entire self-defense argument may be wrong. Not because he defended himself, but because of what happened after. Authorities say surviving a robbery was never the issue. It was the decision afterwards, which we'll later discuss in this video. According to the federal criminal complaint, after the initial danger was over, the victim who turned suspect had chased the men involved before standing over one of them after serious injuries were already inflicted. And that one move may have turned this from self-defense into a federal criminal case. That's the part social media.
Yours. 88, what's the word, brother? Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chitty chat. How we feeling tonight, bro? I know you read the title, bro. This crazy, dog. We thought Allstar JR was home free, dog. We thought he caught a free body. I ain't gonna say a free body, but you know what I mean? Yeah, free body. Nigga try to run down on you. Self-defense. You do what you're supposed to do. You smoke him. It's a free body, right? Apparently, it don't work like that, bro. We gotta get into the details too, cause it sounded like he ran out of fire. He ran out of bullets when he was trying to take this nigga Ben 10 head off. And we gotta get into the type of gun that was used, cause I'm familiar with the type of gun and all that. We're gonna a lot of breakdown on this tonight, bro. Let's get to it.
Wasn't talking about, because inside these documents, which we'll later break down, it also reveals the real injuries. He may not have caught a body, and he may not be fighting a murder charge or attempt murder for now. But the paperwork shows just how severe the injuries were to the people police say tried to rob him. One victim reportedly begged for his life. Another detailed exactly what happened. And authorities are using those statements to paint a completely different picture than what the internet first believed. This wasn't just a quick shootout and walk away. We may not have the full indictment, but we have the federal complaint. And according to the feds, this turned into a chase. And in return, injuries so severe, the federal agent stepped in weeks later and arrested the victim turned suspect on his way to an interview in California. Now, he's not facing murder charges as we mentioned, but when you are already a convicted felon and firearms get involved, the feds don't need nobody. They just need enough. In this video, we're going over the criminal complaint, the statements, the real injuries involved, the suspect sits while in the hospital, and the suspect turned victim 2017 felony case that made him prohibited from carrying or even being in contact with firearms, which led to his arrest. So before we go over this one, I want you guys to...
Yeah, but how you gonna give me possession of as a felon, and how you gonna give me possession of a firearm as a felon when the only reason why I took possession of the firearm is because niggas who was robbing me dropped the gun. I was able to use the gun to save my own ass.
Remember, I don't give you no aim. I just give you the story. So with that being said, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We're gonna jump right to it. Fine, when it comes to today's spot, Morgan the Bias and see the Inkster rapper, Allstar JR. He's all ass has been on Detroit, well at least Michigan. See the Inkster rapper, Allstar JR, as we mentioned many before, most of you are aware now, has shot 2 individuals who allegedly was there to rob him in the presence of Jay Prince, a man who is talking to his baby mother to this day. Now since then, another picture has been posted by Jay Prince holding his son next to the baby mother. Also, Allstar JR has made subliminal...
That's disrespectful. Holding his son. Like, yo, the baby moms is wrong for this, dog. Like, why you even got your son involved in a beef? You probably shouldn't have your son around a nigga who your baby father beefing with.
Holding his son next to the baby mother. Also, Allstar JR has made subliminals online and even made a song called Mob Untied, sending shots at Junior.
Junior running around here tripping, nigga, use a hoe. Keep on sending flunkies at me, keep on getting them niggas smoke.
Now we briefly mentioned it, but Allstar JR criminal history dates back a decade ago. Back in 2015, him, alongside T Grizzly, was involved in home invasions at Michigan State University dormitory, which led to conviction. Jeremy Christopher Ford, 25 at the time, had pled guilty to home invasion charges in Ingram County Circuit Court and was sentenced to 1.5 to 15 years in prison. Now that's important because the time he didn't serve incarcerated, well, he was on probation for. Terry Wallace, also known now as T Grizzly, was also arrested in connection with a robbery in Kentucky last summer and remains in custody there. T Grizzly was a student at MSU when the home invasions occurred. Investigators said the pair was tied to about a dozen incidents over a 15-day period in February of 2014 at Hubbard Hall. In each case, someone walked into an unlocked dorm room during the early morning hours and stole items ranging from computers to cell phones to cameras and cash. Police recovered nearly $10,000 worth of stolen merchandise and nearly $10,000 in cash on Allstar JR. He was taken into custody shortly after warrants were issued in the summer of 2014. Court records indicate about that time, T Grizzly and 2 other Detroit men were arrested in connection with an attempt robbery at a pawn shop and jewelry store in Langston, Kentucky. The suspects who were carrying hammers were held at gunpoint by the store's owner until police arrived. When T Grizzly came home, he dropped that track first day out and he mentioned, JR, ain't it a blessing?
The castle, hey JR, nigga. Ain't it a blessing? We made it out of Lansing after all that happened. That bitch, nigga.
Nonetheless, at that point, Allstar JR was a convicted felon. Now, fast forward a decade later, the 3rd week of April of 2026, the Inkster rapper is accused of opening fire inside a Houston restaurant, as we all know by now. But he's now facing federal gun charges after investigators say the incident was caught on surveillance video and followed by taunting social media posts. According to criminal complaint, Jeremy Christopher Ford, also known as Allstar JR, is charged with being a felon in possession of a firearm. Investigators say the shooting happened, as we all know, at around 11:23 p.m. on April 8, 2026 at a restaurant on Kirby Drive in Houston. When officers arrived, they found one person.
You see how the women was dressed. See, the women was dressed, you know what I'm saying? Skirts, dresses, little skirts. You know what I'm saying? Looking good and all
to his
that.
side, suffering from a gunshot wound to the neck, and another in the parking garage.
But basically, they had some baddies out at this spot, man. It was baddies in the spot. They was getting comfortable, probably having mimosas, getting lit. Usually, niggas was getting ready to take baddies home to the crib. Like, JR was probably there with a baddie. Nigga, he was there. You said he was there. He went there to get some food. You know what I'm saying? You already said he went there to get some food. Probably, you know what I'm saying, on a little date or something. Little Houston baddie.
Multiple gunshot wounds to the hand and leg. Both were taken to the hospital. We'll later confirm the identity of the suspects, which we all know by now, but the exact damage that was done as well. Now, police say a trail of blood led from the dining area to the elevator into the garage. At the scene, officers recovered a Glock 43 handgun.
That 43X, man. That's that bitch right there. That 43X, bro. I got one of them motherfuckers. I love this gun, Glock 43X. It only, the standard magazine hold 10 though. Cause it said he ran out of bullets. He ran out of bullets. The standard joint only hold 10. However, they make something called Shield Mags. Shield magazines let you be able to throw 15 plus 1 in this bitch. So it's 10 plus 1 as you know what I mean, on a regular. The standard magazine hold 10. But if you throw that Shield magazine in there, you get 15 plus 1. I'm pretty sure they didn't have that Shield magazine because they said son ran out of bullets after he bust like 5 to 10 times.
A magazine, a holster, and multiple spent shell casings and bullet fragments. According to investigators, surveillance video shows Ford inside the restaurant before a group approached him, leading to a confrontation during the altercation. Authorities say several people appeared to grab his necklace and watch, escalating the situation. So, let's clear this up. At this point, we all know he was there first eating, no ill intentions, and apparently, somebody got his drop. At some point, a handgun fell to the floor during the fight. Investigators say Ford picked it up and began firing as people ran. One man collapsed after being shot, while others fled towards the elevator. Authorities say Ford continued firing, including additional
Yeah, you see that 5? Bro, that Glock 43X ain't no fucking joke, bro. It's a problem. It buck. Nigga, I'm tired of Glock 40. It's a 9mm, but it's small. Let me show you. Let me pull it up. Pretty sure everybody know what a Glock 43X is like. You see my Glock 19 compared to my 9mm in my last vlog. Remember the vlog I did with the guns? Look.
What's good, YouTube? I'm finna show y'all my 43X EDC setup.
Look how little that bitch is, even in her hands. And her hands is little, so you know it's small. Small, but big enough to get a good grip on it and shoot well. It's not like one of them little baby pocket guns that you can't really shoot well.
First off, let's make sure the weapon is clear.
Small bit. Shit nice. Nice. She go crazy.
shots in the direction of another person who was running away. The complaint alleged Ford then returned to the injured man and fired additional rounds at close range while he was lying on the floor. Investigators say he later pointed the gun again, but
yeah, he stood over son. Yo, Ben 10. He stood over this nigga, Ben.
Complaint alleged Ford then returned to the injured man and fired additional rounds at close range while he was lying on the floor. Investigators say he...
That's why they charging him. Cause he left, he already fired him down. Nigga fell to the floor. He left, shot at the niggas that was running away, came back, and then bust at him again while he was already on the ground, laid out, looking like he dying. He was already like, you know what I'm saying, unarmed and not a threat. That's what they gonna say.
Later pointed the gun again, but appeared to be out of ammunition. The court documents also allege he struck the man with the handgun and spit on him before leaving, which he later confirmed in a social media post, which we'll later check out. Authorities say a third person believed to be a bystander was also shot but suffered non-life-threatening injuries. Hospital officials told investigators one of the injured victims had his finger amputated due to the gunshot wound and suffered severe leg injuries. Another victim, as of April 15th, did not have feeling in his legs, which confirms Ben 10 is paralyzed from the waist down. Investigators say Ford fled the scene in a white Cadillac Escalade before officers arrived.
Damn, son, you try to rob a nigga and you come out, you leave that situation without the use of your legs, bro. It's a fucked up situation. But like, who can really feel too bad for the nigga Ben 10, right? He, honestly, man, if his life would have been lost, we wouldn't have felt that bad. Just because the circumstances, it's like, you was doing wrong, nigga. Nigga defended himself. But at least he alive, right? It's fucked up, though.
And suffered severe leg injuries. Another victim, as of April 15th, did not have feeling in his legs, which confirms Ben 10 is paralyzed from the waist down. Investigators say Ford fled the scene in a white Cadillac Escalade before officers arrived.
Nah, 88, you right. 88 said can't play in the mud and not get dirty. That's right, Chad.
The affidavit also states that after the shooting, Ford allegedly posted multiple videos on social media, which we all know, appearing to taunt those involved. Investigators say he later released a music video referencing the shooting, including lyrics about the incident and what authorities describe as a reenactment. The Fed's not playing with these rappers. Officials say Ford has a prior felony conviction in Michigan, which makes it illegal for him to possess a firearm. here's the thing. They didn't say it was his. Now, Allstar JR was on his way to a Vlad TV interview when he was arrested in California. But here's the messages authorities are referencing to. Just 48 hours ago, he posted it to his social media. It was DMs between him and Ben 10. JR wrote, I ain't trying to talk send me that challenge. We all know he created the Ben 10 challenge. Ben responded, oh, you really? Allstar responded, Say's in the hospital full of bullets. Ben responded, you pick up, you know I ain't full of no bullets. JR responded, well, Dub, you been in the hospital 100 days. Ben 10 responded for sure. JR responded, you wiped that spit off your face. How I feel that everybody left you up to die. Niggas ain't cut. You a bitch boy. When he posted that message, he said, what's crazy was I ain't tell y'all I spit on that goofy after he got flamed. His neck brace. Did you get popped or something? In a 10-car pile up? I ain't doing your interview, bro. It's over. Now, since the news broke, when it came to Ben 10, he posted a hospital picture alongside OG3 in attendance and BBGD. It seems he's in good spirits. He haven't left the hospital bed since, and guess they on a fight on trying to get him to recover. As of now, it seems like Ben 10 is paralyzed from the waist down, and another man will be living life with only 9 fingers. Guess this the price you pay when you try to disturb and rob somebody while they eat. It's important to know that Allstar JR, yes, he's arrested by the feds, but according to the charges, he just arrested for a felon in possession of a firearm, which is crazy to say the least. But you talking about attempt murders at stake. You know, you talking about the feds saying he came back and he stood over Ben, but the clip was empty. Maybe that's...
You know, more than likely it's going to be a superseding indictment, and that superseding indictment is going to include the attempt murder. It could, it might, but because it's Houston and it's a stand your ground law, they might not, bro. He might beat the whole attempt murder and shit, but they gonna try to slap him with that felon in possession of a handgun because he didn't stay on the scene, turn the gun in, he ran, tossed the gun, and the gun was then found by the police. So you know what I mean?
Saved his life. As more developed, I keep you guys updated. Let me know how you guys feel about this one in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe and
yeah, we gotta double up. It's another. Let's see what Flacco talking about on this one. Oh, you want to watch Flacco's or you want to watch Trap LaRosa's joint? Flacco and Trap LaRose both did videos on it. Let's see.
JR just self-snitched and trolled his way into a federal indictment. Hats off to this brother, man. You kept us entertained to the utmost of your ability for the last week and a half, man. We enjoyed every moment of it. But I'm sorry to tell you, man, you going to jail. Now, lucky for you, the feds came and got you right before you sat your happy ass down in front of that drum set and did the ultimate self-snitching. If you were self-snitching in a manner in which you were self-snitching online for the free ski, I would hate to see what you would have done in front of Vlad TV for that $15,000 booking fee, man. You probably would have told Vlad what color the gun was, man. Yo, shout out to Vlad, man. Vlad would have got us the information.
You think Vlad was about to pay 15 bands for that interview? I don't know. Maybe that's high, though, because Vlad don't be liking to pay niggas a lot on their first run. They first little swing through, you know what I'm saying? Vlad, like, they get 15 bands.
But the feds apparently arrested him when he was on his way to do the Vlad TV interview. And before y'all get too carried away, no, I don't think that DJ Vlad coordinated his arrest with the feds or Vlad helped lure him to California so the feds could arrest him. I feel like what took place is, the shooting and the incident with NBA Ben 10 took place in Houston. He moved back to Detroit after the incident took place. I feel like the marshals and the feds were on him. I feel like they were watching him.
That's wrong. I watched a Vlad clip earlier that Vlad was. I'll play a little bit of Vlad's clip earlier. He's wrong. The interview was not in California. It was in Detroit. It was going to be a virtual interview. Vlad had a studio set up already with somebody already, ready to do the interview. Well, Vlad was going to do the interview, but through remote, like, FaceTime, I guess. I don't know how they do that.
Monitoring him. So when he hopped on the plane and came to California, they just, all right, cool, let's pick him up now. When his arrest was first announced, fans were confused. They were like, what the hell? Now, this is before anybody got a chance to read the actual complaint to find out why the feds were arresting him. But people were confused. Why would he get arrested? Like, why would he get arrested when he was the one who was labeled the victim in this situation during the news report? And even during the police press conference, they listed Allstar JR as a victim.
Houston police are searching for a gunman they say shot 2 men inside of a nightclub late last night.
Yeah, this happened at Confessions on Kirby Drive, where police say a violent altercation quickly ramped up. KHOU 11's Devon Raming joins us live from outside that restaurant where this all happened. Devon, walk us through what exactly led up to this shooting.
Hey, good morning, Alona and Jacob. So this all happened, police say, just behind me here inside the Confessions nightclub there, which is on the second floor of this building where you see all those lights on and the sign lit up there reading Confessions. Now, it all quickly spiraled into a chaotic fist fight ending in gunfire that left 2 men critically injured, according to Houston police. Now, police say this all happened around 11:30 last night inside Confessions here on Kirby Drive. Investigators say an altercation involving 3 men broke out when 2 men...
88, you said it's on site with you and Flacco too? What Flacco do, man?
Tried to rip chains...
It's just Flacco being Flacco. You just want to smoke.
off another man's neck. Now, it's unclear if they knew each other. Police say the 2 suspects took the man to the ground and managed to steal his chains. Moments later, several others jumped in, turning the situation into a massive fight with multiple people beating the victim before he was able to pull out a gun and shot 2 people multiple times.
Before I knew the full details, that sounded like self-defense to me. And when NBA Ben 10 and OG3 and others who were involved in this incident with Allstar JR, when they gave their statements to academics, their account of things seems like self-defense. They told academics they knocked out Allstar JR 4 times, brought him back to consciousness, then knocked him out again, and they snatched his chain and took it.
They started getting back at him. All I heard was this. They say, yo, we knocked the nigga out like 4 times. I don't know. So we knocked the nigga like 4 times. And they said his...
Yeah, if that's the case, y'all knocked the nigga up 4 times. Y'all knocked the nigga out, 4 times. This guy's gonna be smacked. Y'all knocked the nigga out 4 times, and then he came back, and he finally woke up and was able to retrieve a fucking handy-dandy 43X baby Glock and knock the fucking snot out y'all niggas. Ain't nothing wrong with that, bro. He did what he's supposed to do, gang. He did what he's supposed to do.
Chain already gone. Like, he already got... Niggas already took whatever they took from him. They said on the 4th time... This is crazy. They said we had to wake the nigga up. Now, I don't know if this is believable. They said we had to wake the nigga up. Imagine... They said they woke the nigga up from being knocked out. And they said, I ain't gonna lie. I swear. Well, that's what they told me.
I don't know if I believe he got knocked out 4 times, but if he did, that's even better for his self-defense case. Nigga, I was out of it. I've been knocked out, brought back to life. Knocked out, brought back to life. I finally woke up. I saw a gun. I shot everybody I saw. Nigga, I knew one time one nigga knocked me out. Another time another nigga knocked me out. And I wanted to make sure all of them niggas was no longer a threat. I had to, neutralize the threat.
He said the 4th time after he been knocked out, like, because it was, they just kept... They said, we don't know how this nigga found that strength, but the nigga was just moving. And all of a sudden, I guess somebody dropped some, and that's when that happened. But I think they thought that, yo, we done knocked him out, robbed him, did whatever. Like, this nigga's weak as, but they said that nigga woke up with like a demon in him, yo, and just grabbed whatever and, da-da-da-da, and da-da-da-da.
From the...
Woke up like a demon and turned the tables on y'all niggas.
Receiving end of things, it sounded like self-defense as well. Yo, knocked him out 4 times. Yo, super violated. He woke up and was fighting for his life. It sounds like self-defense until you read the indictment and hear what really happened. Allstar JR is cornered. There's no way out of this. Like, he is absolutely cooked, checkmated by the feds. Everything is on camera. And the only bad part about this, it feels like the bad guys win again. It feels like 4K Trey, they win again. They go around causing issues, go around starting trouble, go around brutalizing and violating people, and somehow, some way, they always find themselves out of trouble.
Yo, NBA Youngboy do stay slipping out of some goddamn trouble, bro. NBA Youngboy be having the craziest cases over his head, and then somehow he come out of it. He not even a felon right now. He could tote a pistol. Like, I don't know if it's hit the money or he just blessed. I don't know, bro. But NBA Youngboy definitely do be dodging some cases that any other nigga would be doing life for. You said, ADA said it's on site with me and Act 2. Fuck it. Act my son. I gotta squash the beef with you and Act. Act my son. You know I fuck with him.
Out of the police site And everybody else they engage with always go to jail for a very long time or end up dead. In the case of Allstar JR, everything is captured on camera. The feds got everything. And the reason why Allstar JR is currently arrested, is currently being indicted, is because of this right here. This is NBA Ben 10. This is Allstar JR. NBA Ben 10 is lying damn near lifeless on the floor. Allstar JR is still pumping bullets into him. Allstar JR broke the 3-5 rule, man. If you guys don't, when it comes to self-defense, you can't go beyond 3 fouls. It's 5.
Fuck is you talking
You
about?
can't shoot. And if you slick enough, you could maybe get away with things worse. Allstar JR actually dropped a video called the NBA Ben 10 Challenge, where he's telling people to reenact exactly what he did to NBA Ben 10, which is stand over him and shoot as he's down.
In honor of my nigga Ben 10, since he wanted to play when I was getting me some food, we made a dance for him. Now the best way this dance can work, if a nigga shoot your dumb ass like 4 or 5 times before you fall. But if you don't got nobody to do that for you, just lay down smooth like this, right? Lay your ass down and point them toes up, right? You spread a little bit, cause the nigga done spanked you. Then you just jump a little bit. Do the BNT, do the BNT, do the BNT, do the BNT, do the BNT. And there y'all go.
Can you imagine being...
That's what got the feds on his ass, bro. Doing these type of stunts and shit. The police like, okay, we was gonna let you rock, but on top of you doing some fuck shit during your self-defense, now you trolling like this and doing nothing that like that. I mean, you make them want to come for you.
The federal agent in charge of this investigation trying to figure out if it's self-defense or not. And you see this video and you look at your fed look at the screen like, what? Yo, y'all gotta stay off the internet, man. Now the feds already had the video, so cat from that hospital room, man, lying about his status, lying about how he. Guess what? Exactly the status of NBA Ben 10. Ben 10 been telling a lot of cat from that hospital room, man, lying about his status, lying about how he only got grades. Nah, bruh. The feds just laid it all out. The feds just told us exactly what's wrong with you, and it's what we all thought. All right, so first off, let's just get into exactly what took place, okay? So according to the criminal complaint, all right, Allstar JR is charged with being a felon in possession of a firearm. So they didn't quite get him yet on attempted murder or aggravated assault yet, but they're charging him with being in possession of a firearm because, like, I feel like that's right now that's what they can prove, and that's the easiest thing to get a complaint on. But obviously, we know a superseded indictment is coming, and they're probably gonna charge him for the actual shooting. But investigators say the shooting happened around 11:23 p.m. on April 8th, 2026, at a restaurant on Kirby Drive in Houston. When officers arrived, they found one person inside suffering from a gunshot wound to the neck, and another in a parking garage with multiple gunshot wounds to the hand and leg.
So did Ben only get shot in the neck?
To the hospital.
Did Ben only get shot in the neck then? So I guess the only, but it obviously injured him because they said he can't walk. But they said a shot to the neck. So I'm wondering if that was the only time. So JR only hit him once. I don't know.
Police say a trail of blood led from the dining area to the elevator and into the garage. At the scene, officers recovered a Glock 43X handgun. He ain't even take the gun with him, man. Bro, you at least take the gun with you, homie.
Nah, because they don't say I'm in possession. I used it and I left it. I used it and I left it because it wasn't mine from the jump.
Right? And clean that bit off, man. You dropped the gun off with the fingerprints and everything.
It was self-defense, nigga.
So, a magazine...
ADA said why they do this kind of stuff, because he knew that shit was going to take his rap career through the moon, nigga.
A hoister and multiple spent shell casings and bullet fragments. According to investigators, surveillance video shows Ford inside the restaurant before a group approached him, leading to a confrontation. During the altercation, authorities say several people appeared to grab his necklace and his watch, escalating the situation. We knew this already. At some point, a handgun fell to the floor during the fight. NBA Ben 10 lied about this. Ben 10 claims that this handgun was actually Allstar JR's gun. No, right? It fell from one of you guys jumping Allstar JR. Investigator says Ford picked it up and began firing as people ran. One man collapsed after being shot, while others fled towards the elevator. Now, again, the people who are fleeing, you can't shoot at them. The people who are on the ground, collapse, who are lifeless, you cannot shoot at them.
Right, right. In the eyes of the law, you can't do that. You know what I'm saying? Because the people who running away, they're not a threat. And the people who, if somebody's on the ground, stretched out, no gun in their hand, then they neutralize.
Authorities say Ford continued firing, including additional shots in the direction of another person who was running away. I'm assuming this person is probably OG3 or J. Prince Jr. The complaint alleges that Ford then returned. Now, this is what got him in trouble. I'm sure if he would have stopped here, they would have probably let it go because right? Because them running away, you don't know if they got guns or not. The adrenaline is rushing. You're just firing. But once things settle down.
Yeah, they knocked him out 4 times. You're right. He got a case.
Now, Allstar JR apparently returned to finish off NBA Ben 10. So he says the complaint alleges that Allstar JR then returned to the injured man and fired additional rounds at close range while he was lying on the floor. Again, from the NBA Ben 10 challenge, he already confessed to this. He already said it publicly. Investigator says he later pointed the gun again, but appeared to be out of ammunition. Yo, this man was trying to murder. Well, again, I can't even say murder because, again, bruh, can we really say we blame Allstar JR for what he did? Now, most of us,
I don't blame him at all.
Right, we aren't criminals, so we probably wouldn't have done the same thing. But, yo, I can't blame Allstar JR for wanting to kill NBA Ben 10 for what he did, bro. I'm minding my business. I'm grabbing food. Y'all come and jump me, steal my chain, knock me out 4 times. The amount of rage this man could be feeling, they have to give this man crime of passion, right? Because the amount of rage he must have been feeling.
I agree. 88. My boy said, how can you think straight in a scenario like that, let alone being knocked out 4 times? Exactly. Even if you did keep busting at the niggas while they ran, in your mind, they still a threat. They just knocked you out 4 times. The worst part is the video of him not showing compassion and remorse. Facts. You don't have to show compassion, but you should if you try not to get no charges.
Going through what he went through at the hands of NBA Ben 10, man.
Because I really ain't got no empathy for you, nigga. I ain't got no empathy for, even if you passed, nigga, you could have, nigga, be in a fucking blunt right now, and I wouldn't have no empathy for you if you try to rob me, nigga.
Now, the court documents also allege he struck the man with the handgun and spit on him before leaving. You know where I heard this before? Allstar JR DM'd NBA Ben 10 and then screenshotted their exchange and posted it. So in the exchange, you could see Allstar JR tell NBA Ben 10, you wipe that spit off your face, how it feel that everybody left your soft. Oh, come on, bruh. All right, come on, bruh. So if you look at the very top, Allstar JR also says, I wasn't gonna tell everybody that I spit on you, but I spit on you. So he confessed he spit on him. Now listen, man, I don't know too many people who feel like their life is in danger actively at the moment who is going to get close enough to spit on somebody. That's where he effed up at. If you're claiming self-defense and you spit on that, and you got close enough to that person to spit on them, then obviously you didn't fear for your life. Obviously you didn't think that, Ben 10 was still alive or he had a gun on him. Now, it looks like Allstar JR got lucky that he ran out of ammunition and bullets because it felt like he was looking to kill NBA Ben 10 right there. It appears that Ben 10 has also been lying about his status because the police would just expose him. The police says hospital officials told investigators one of the injured victims had his fingers amputated due to the gunshot wound and suffered severe leg injuries. Another victim, as of April 15th, which is, about 8 days ago, did not have fillings in his legs. So, yeah, NBA Ben 10 is paralyzed. We knew this. We told y'all. Y'all owe Seti Nash an apology. Y'all owe Dogface an apology, right? Because they told y'all he was paralyzed. NBA Ben 10 lied to everybody. They lied to all the media personalities. They, they called Seti Nash and Dogface liars. But now we know they didn't lie. They told the truth. NBA Ben 10 is paralyzed according to the police. But let me know in the comment section what y'all think about this, okay? And if you know, y'all are still watching this video and you want to watch another good video.
Yeah, I mean, bro, what do you take from that? Like, what do you really, it's like, brother. Yeah, I mean, hard to have empathy. That's all I'm saying, bro. Hold on, let's see.
So we've got an insane
We gotta get yo, shout out to Trap LaRosse, bro. He actually went down to the David case. He actually went down to the courts and did a little vlog over there.
Development in this all.
This is not the vlog, but shout out to him for that.
Star JR situation. If you didn't know the story, you probably already do at this point, but you know, there was a big altercation between a bunch of guys in Houston, guys from the NBA crew, which is Youngboy's crew. OG3's birthday party was going down. He was there with Ben 10, a known shooter from Youngboy's camp. Apparently, Jay Prince Jr., Houston legend, tied in with the mob ties, a very serious, you know, kingpin family figure from Houston. It all ends up popping off with a Detroit rapper called Allstar JR. Apparently, there's baby mama drama between Allstar JR and Jay Prince Jr. They're trying to jump JR for his chain, Ben 10 and them. And then the tables end up turning. Allstar JR, he managed to grab the gun in the tussle somehow and open fire at Ben 10. Well, now it's come out that Allstar JR has been arrested, and apparently he shot Ben 10 while he was on the ground. Now, there was rumors that he stood over him, but it sounds like it might be the case that he actually neutralized the threat, walked away, and then walked back to try and execute Ben 10, and he would actually be dead if Allstar JR didn't run out of bullets. It's very crazy, and I've got all the paperwork and everything. I'm going to break it all down to you. There's even pictures of Allstar JR in what looks to be an attempted murder scenario, but let's find out. So this is the full article from the Detroit News. I'm going to break this down to you article by article. All right, I'm going to tell you the whole timeline. But this was the local reveal that Allstar JR had actually been arrested. It says Detroit rapper Allstar JR charged after Houston restaurant shooting. And there he is. They got surveillance images. We haven't got footage, but we've got stills from the...
Yo, look, and he's chainless. They already took his chain at this time. Yup, he got the gun in hand. He got the blick in his hand. No chain on. They already robbed him. This is him getting back. He was fleet on. My son had the Louis Vuitton shirt on. They got his neck all fucked up. Look, the collar is gone on his shirt. Joint right here all ruffled up. Yeah, he look like he just got his ass whooped. I ain't gonna lie.
The surveillance footage that the...
He don't even look like himself. That's how you know they was whooped on this nigga bad.
Feds apparently have. So it says a Detroit rapper accused of opening fire in a Houston restaurant is now facing federal gun charges after investigators say the incident was caught on surveillance video and followed by taunting social media posts. So all of that posting and dissing might not work out too good for our guy Allstar JR in the end. It says, according to a criminal complaint, Jeremy Christopher Ford, also known as Allstar JR, is charged with being a felon in possession of a firearm. So he's not been charged with attempted murder. All right, and it says felon in possession of a firearm, but if he wrestled the firearm from someone else and they've not hit him with attempted murder charges, he might beat that. But it says investigators say the shooting happened around 11:23 p.m. on April the 8th, 2026 at a restaurant on Kirby Drive in Houston. When officers arrived, they found one person inside suffering a gunshot wound to the neck and another in the parking garage with multiple gunshot wounds to the hand and leg. Both were taken to the hospital. Police say a trail of blood led from the dining area to the elevator and into the garage, and at the scene, officers recovered a Glock 43X handgun, a magazine, a holster, and multiple spent shell casings and bullet fragments. According to investigators, surveillance video shows Ford inside the restaurant before a group approached him, leading to a confrontation, and during the altercation, authorities say several people appeared to grab his necklace and a watch, escalating the situation, okay? It sounds like they got the necklace, but not the watch, because he said you could have got that Prezi. Well, you didn't. But he did say that Ben 10 took the jewelry to the hospital with him. Anyway, it says at some point a handgun fell to the floor during the fight. Investigators say that Ford picked it up and begun firing as people ran. One man collapsed after being shot while others fled towards the elevator, and authorities say Ford continued firing, including additional shots in the direction of another person who was running away. The complaint then alleges that Ford returned to the injured man and fired additional rounds at close range while he was lying on the floor. Investigators say he later pointed the gun again but appeared to be out of ammunition, so... And we're going to see an image of that. It says the court documents also allege he struck the man with the handgun and spit on him before leaving. So they're saying he pistol whipped him. Could be assault with a deadly weapon. Sounds like attempted murder if he actually tried to shoot him on the ground for the last time and kill him, and the gun was out of ammunition. It says authorities say a third person believed to be a bystander was also shot, but suffered non-life-threatening injuries. Now, we've not heard anything about this third person who was shot, and that does change things. Does make you think, Maybe it wasn't too self-defense after all, and innocent people are getting hurt. It says hospital officials told investigators that one of the injured victims had his finger amputated due to the gunshot wound and suffered severe leg injuries. So that is dead-end Ron. And as we saw in the hospital, it appeared to show from his wound, from his bandage that he showed off his hand, that he was actually looked like he was missing his index finger. And said another victim, as of April 15th, did not have feeling in his legs. So that supports the theory that Ben 10 was actually paralyzed, and we haven't seen an image of Ben 10 standing up. But what we can see here, obviously the body is blurred and he is still alive, but this appears to show Allstar JR shooting at Ben while he was on the ground. This is a pretty vicious attack. All right, I think maybe he could argue that maybe he thought Ben had a gun, maybe he didn't realize that that was Ben's gun, maybe it wasn't Ben's gun, maybe he thought his life was still in danger. But the way that person's laying, I don't know if I'm believing that. It says investigators say Ford fled the scene in a white Cadillac Escalade before officers arrived. The affidavit also states that after the shooting, Ford allegedly posted multiple videos on social media, appearing to taunt those involved. Investigators say he later released a music video referencing the shooting, including lyrics about the incident and what authorities describe as a reenactment. Officials say Ford has a prior felony conviction in Michigan, which makes it illegal for him to possess a firearm. He was arrested as the charges are pending. So news of his arrest is spreading all over Reddit, of course. And this is the update. People in Chirac College are saying free JR. All right, it says self-defense. Are they doing this because bro's making a mockery of the situation? It says, I mean, if you shoot someone in self-defense, you're supposed to call the police, not get on the net and troll.
Right.
So, people saying Gucci Mane buried.
That's exactly right, though. I mean, if you shoot someone in self-defense, you're supposed to call the police, not get on the net and troll. That's exactly facts.
Pookie Loca at an elementary school right by his house and still got away with self-defense. Now, I don't know if it was the burying. Okay, I don't think the burying is true. I think maybe...
and allegedly, nigga, it wasn't even Gucci that killed the nigga. It was his brother. His brother. What's his name? I forget his name, nigga. I forget the nigga name. But, what's Gucci Mane brother name? Shit. Yeah, anyway.
Maybe the guy ran into the woods near the crib and was found. But anyway, that's a story for another video, which we've already covered. People saying it's federal. Damn. Out-of-state warrant. Okay, they're saying could be FBI charges. They're saying he could claim self-defense, especially in Texas. A known crash-out serial killer coming for you needs to be handled immediately. He has more of a claim than Lil Tim did. That's what they're saying, right? So, some people...
Let me see. Now y'all made me find that Vlad clip real quick. I know Vlad had the nigga on the interview. Somebody had an interview. Was it Gucci Mane brother? Gucci Mane brother who killed... Gucci Mane brother killed... Young Throw... That's his name. Young Throwback admits he shot Pookie Loc during Gucci Mane robbery attempt.
But so, okay, break down this, like how this happens. Somebody just comes in the house, and where are you guys sitting when somebody pulls up?
No, man, I told this man. So the bitch house was at, Slick was a bitch who I'm supposed to be the third party wheel on, like, you know how you might have your girl and she might have a friend. But point blank, I'm finna tell you exactly. We get out when we chill, we think we finna fuck this bitch. This bitch done put the drop on it, but we Slick knew with the drop. I Slick knew. We both Slick, like, kind of knew, bro.
That she was shady?
Yeah, cause we stopped at a store first. Nigga stopped at a motherfucking store first, bro. Nigga, we stopped at a fucking Quick Trip first. And got some rubbers, claiming that I was going, don't go get a rubber, go get the rubber. We stopped at the store first. I goes in the store. The bitch ain't even in the fucking store. She in the bathroom. But it don't ring no bell yet. It don't fucking ring no bell yet because we don't see how close she stay from the store. So we don't know how close she stay from the store. Your bitch in the store and goddamn taking forever in the bitch. So when she
was calling niggas in the store.
Come out, she see me. I'm like, damn, it taking forever. She had to use the bathroom. I'm like, you ready? She like, yeah, boom, we go back. Boom, 2 blocks, we at her crib. But it's still not fucking making no sense. Until now, when you sit back and think about it, like, what the fuck? Back then, but after that, years after that, you probably think about like, damn, that bitch was on that bullshit the whole time. So whatever happened is supposed to motherfucking happen.
Okay, but so you guys get into the crib and then they pull up on you? Or
Yeah,
what?
we get to the crib, that bitch wanted to act like she do dishes. It's like a movie, like The Wood. It's like, you know when niggas be like, you and your homeboy be like, man, try the bitch. You be like, man, fuck that bitch. She ain't nothing doing to you. Like, man, fuck that bitch, man. Man, we ain't, man. Man, fuck that bitch, man. Man, you always on that killer bullshit. Fuck it. Hey, Tho said where the bathroom at. So we go to the bathroom. So then all of a sudden, goddamn, after I use the bathroom, I sit down. All of a sudden, goddamn, like it's a living room right here, it's a hall. I'm sitting down, I'm right here first. He right there. All of a sudden, goddamn, I'm talking and shit. I just look. It was just so quick. As soon as I seen the nigga, boom, he hit me. Boom. So 2 niggas just hit me.
Like
2 niggas
physically hit you?
Yeah. Hit me with something. Like I don't know if it was a gun. I don't know. Cause at the end of the day, I had a fucking knot on my head the size of a purple. It was a purple knot, and that what made that really
the size of a color.
Like that was kind of like when we knew it. That's when we seen we was in fear.
Yeah.
Like that, not fear, but that's when we like, oh, all right, we got bad these niggas, but we got bad these niggas up off us. Like this shit got to happen right now.
But neither of you had guns?
Like the shit, hell no. The shit they came in.
Yes, he did. He just can't say it because of the way, you know what I mean? You can't go back on what you said in court.
Boom, nigga. We kind of fought back, kind of, and all of a sudden it's like you ever seen like on a video game, like. When a glitch happened, the gun go from right there to like when a basketball go from right there straight to like straight to and it like a glitch on a. It was like a fucking. It happened so fast. Like
what you snatched it from the dude?
No, like it happened so fast. Like boom, nigga hit me. We get to fighting. So then niggas was like, I get to fighting. I was like, man, what the fuck, man? Hell no, nigga, shoot the fuck up, shoot. And then that's when it just like pow. Then that's when it got down. That's when everybody just started running and shit.
So the dudes took off as soon as one person got shot?
Yup, and then after he got shot, goddamn 2 niggas stayed, one tried to run, and that's when shit, you just heard pow, pow. And the dude run out and then run out the house, go across the street, go in the woods. So then goddamn I'd get in the car, we drive. I'm like, what the fuck? So
you just dipped out after this happened?
Nah, we ain't had no choice, man. That shit, more niggas probably was coming and everything, just left. We left and then we got down. We just thinking that everybody, we don't know what really happened. Like we don't know who shot or whatever. But it was like he like I want to explain like it happened so fast. Well,
you didn't know someone died.
No, that's what I'm saying. It happened so
detail,
fast when we got out. Niggas was just going. There's a nigga outside cutting the grass already. So then we were like, all right, we just got away from this shit. The bitch got down crying and shit. We leave her. We go to New York to Mad Links. Shit, we sit in Mad Links. All of a sudden, we hear got down niggas wanted for murder and shit.
Bro, imagine you catch a body in Atlanta. You go to do an interview in New York. And you get to New York and you hear you wanted for murder in Atlanta. Shit.
Yo.
So you guys left right out of there and went to New York.
Yo, we had an appointment.
And you didn't even think about the idea that somebody might die?
No, hell no.
So he just ran into the woods, and is that how the rumor got started that the body got buried in the woods?
Yeah, he ran
because they found him there.
Yeah, he ran across the street behind some houses, over a fucking street, then behind a school.
Holy shit!
We in Mad Links not knowing this shit even going down. Get a call. Now we looking at each other. He looking at me. I'm like, man. I'm like, shit. No flights. So guess what we got to do now? We got to drive back from New York. You know, wanted man.
What was that conversation like?
Nigga, we stopped every city and fucked. We fucked every city. Nigga, my nigga, for real. My love, my nigga. My nigga took that shit. Nigga, listen to John Legend on repeat and stopped in every state. And we fucked some bitches.
Where were you finding them?
Nigga, we strip club. We don't give a, we in Jersey, we don't care what time it is, nigga. We stopped in every state. All the way back from New York, nigga, in a Toyota Camry, nigga, and fucked some bitches, nigga.
But you're not wanted. He's wanted.
We don't know who wanted. We now we in the back seat of the car, like, all right, it's real nigga roll call now.
Right.
What you gonna do? So you gonna I will if you need me to. Nah, I will. We fighting. I will. All right, cool. That's the truth. Cool.
But you were down to go sit down.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
But I mean, you did pull the trigger, right?
I don't know.
I mean, we're making it sound like you're
Ask Miss
taking the
Dale.
charge for him.
Ask Miss Dale. Miss Dale didn't want to sign say she ain't do it like he ain't do it. I guess one of them killed themselves. You know what I mean?
Right.
From the paperwork, you know that ain't happening. From the paperwork, goddamn, they saying it's self defense. You know what I mean? Lack of evidence. You know what I mean?
Okay.
We don't want to know how. We don't want to crawl. You know what I mean? Get nobody to crawl up under a rock.
But so you get back there and he turns himself in?
Yep. We gets back.
Okay.
Now we gets back. We get off.
Anyway, it's off topic.
People, they're saying Jay Prince, the police. I ain't seen no proof of that really, but people saying free the innocent, right? Feds charged Detroit rapper Allstar JR after Houston restaurant shooting, and social media posts, and everyone's posting that image saying bro is not getting off on self-defense. How the F is Ben even alive? But it says felon charged with possession, nothing about shooting. It says felon in possession, so I'm boxed in.
Nah, Ben definitely lucky to have his life. 'Cause, bro, he stood over that boy. He tried to definitely take his life.
Saying he getting wild with that bitch. Damn, did he really stand over dog? No cap in his stuff. But they're saying, how did he not kill him? He ran out of bullets. It says feds tainted their own claim in the complaint, said he took the gun from them, yet they're charging him for possession. I don't know how this is going to stick. Most likely JR threw that bitch away afterwards too. If he left with the weapon after the altercation, that's 100% possession. It says they probably do got him on cam walking out with it in the heat of the moment. He probably didn't think of all of that though. People saying he didn't leave with it, and the officers actually recovered the gun at the scene. So yeah, they're saying it's crazy. Yeah, he really did spit on him. That's actually insane. So I've got a post here. I don't know if this is the full paperwork, but this is apparently a bit of the paperwork. Shout out to Witty Apparatus with that. All right. So it says federal documents detail the shooting incident involving Allstar JR. Affidavit reveals timeline. So it says officers retrieved videos of the incident via security cam footage provided by restaurant staff and provided copies to the FBI. Upon reviewing the footage, I observed Ford at the table of the restaurant with a female. Ford and the female get up from the table and walk out of the frame.
Told you. I knew that nigga was there with a baddie. Told you. Oh, shit, my camera. Let me switch out my camera. I got you.
Towards the elevators. Ford then re-enters the frame and appears to be talking on the phone. A group of individuals follow behind Ford, and the group begins to crowd Ford and appears to be talking to him, leading to an altercation that prompts an unknown male to get between the group and pull Ford away towards the elevators. Ford can be seen with the shirt that says LV on the back. As this is happening, John Doe number 1 and another individual identified for purposes of this affidavit as John Doe 3 walk into the restaurant and follow quickly towards where Ford exited out the frame along with others in the group. The group then re-enters the frame and Ford can be seen struggling with John Doe 3 and John Doe 1. So that's probably let's see, who appear to be trying to remove Ford's necklace. See, 3 people, it means Ron, Ben, and it could be OG3 or it could be J Prince Jr. It says John Doe 2 joins in to help John Doe 3 and John Doe 1. John Doe 3 removes Ford's necklace and rushes out of the restaurant. So they grabbed his chain and got out of there. So John Doe 3 got out of there, rushes out. So that could be someone completely separate. Could be OG3, who knows? All right. So the struggle continues and John Doe 2 appears to remove Ford's watch and put it in his pocket, saying they got the Prezi. Maybe he got it back. It says Ford and John Doe 1 begun fighting with John Doe 2 and others in the group joining in. At some point, what appears to be a handgun falls on the floor from someone in the altercation. We don't know who. Ford then falls to the floor near where the handgun fell. Ford picks up the handgun and begins firing as everyone starts running. This really is a movie. This is some John Wick shit. I'm not going to lie to you. It says John Doe 1 appears to have been shot and immediately collapses to the floor, initially on his side before rolling onto his back. So that appears to be Ben 10. Appears to be. And so it sounds like Ron got the watch and put it in his pocket. It says John Doe 2 and others ran out of frame towards the elevator. So I guess that's him getting up and firing as everyone runs. Ford continues shooting as everyone's running away and shoots additional rounds in John Doe 2's direction as Ford follows outside the frame towards the elevator. So he gets up, starts shooting, starts blasting. He's running, I guess, towards the elevator here. And then it says Ford continues to where John Doe 1 is lying motionless on his back and fires. It doesn't make it clear if he ran backwards, but based on how that carpet here looks, it looks like he got up.
Oh, my son John Wick out this bitch. Look at this shit. My son was on his John Wick shit. You see this? You ain't never fired at a nigga in this position. Yo, that 43X really got fire coming out the tip. For real. The 43X be barking, I'm telling you. And that shit is that shit be barking. That 43X be barking. But yeah, this nigga definitely was on his John Wick shit, bro. You see this? This is a John Wick move.
Ran over to the other side of the table, started shooting, and then it looks like he continues shooting towards. So it sounds like Ron got the. I guess that's him getting up and firing as everyone runs. Ford continues shooting as everyone's running away and shoots additional rounds in John Doe 2's direction as Ford follows outside the frame towards the elevator. So he gets up, starts shooting, starts blasting, and is running, I guess, towards the elevator here. And then it says Ford continues to where John Doe 1 is lying motionless on his back and fires. It doesn't make it clear if he ran backwards, but based on how that carpet here looks, it looks like he got up, ran over to the other side of the table, started shooting, and then it looks like he came back around this table to where this bent carpet is and then fired on Ben on the ground. Ford returns to where John Doe 1 is lying motionless on his back and fires another 2 rounds at him from a few feet away. John Doe 1's body jolts suddenly as one round appears to strike him before going motionless again. Ford paces around the floor for approximately 8 seconds as the female he was with attempts to interact with him. Ford then fires another round in John Doe 1's direction and exits the frame towards the elevators.
So he popped him twice while he was laying there on the floor.
This shit crazy. Right? It says, yeah, never walk away. 10 getting arrested when he leaves the hospital. So this is crazy. This is actually insane that we've even got this paperwork. It's the walking back that might cook him. It really is the walking back that might be the problem. It says Allstar JR hasn't capped once, stood over him, saw him on the floor, saw the elevator close on Ron. Wow, he said he saw the elevator close on Ron. He did say that in his song. Ben's lucky he ran out of ammo and was only paralyzed. He was very close to losing his life. So that voodoo's real because he stood over Ben and somehow didn't have enough bullets. Someone watching over those NBA boys. For real. Okay. So we already heard that about him coming back. So this is another part that we didn't see. It says Ford then stands over John Doe 1 and strikes John Doe 1 in the face with the handgun. Upon doing so, the handgun falls.
So he hit him while he laid on his back. He could still gun butt the nigga
to the floor behind Ford. Ford walks back, picks up the handgun. Upon doing this part that we didn't see, it says Ford then stands over John Doe 1 and strikes John Doe 1 in the face with the handgun. Upon doing so, the handgun falls to the floor behind Ford. Ford walks back, picks up the handgun, returns to John Doe 1 and appears to spit on him. Ford then exits the frame before briefly returning and exiting again towards the elevators. Another camera angle shows individuals running into the elevator during the shooting. Prior to the doors closing, John Doe 2 can be seen rushing into the elevator and collapsing inside as blood sprays from his leg. So that's when the door closed, the elevator door closed on Ron. So shortly after the door closed, Ford can be seen walking into the frame holding the handgun. He a cold shooter, man. What the hell? So there's a rumor going around that he was actually in Los Angeles when he got arrested, or in California. And the rumor going around is very unfortunate. They're saying Vlad gave the drop. Apparently he was on his way to a Vlad TV interview. Now let's keep Vlad's name out of this. He didn't even get him. He didn't even give JR.
That's false info. The interview was in Detroit. It was a virtual interview.
Was about to pull up and snitch on himself to a whole nother level. Couldn't even get to that point. People saying clout really is this era's new crack. You're going to brag to the world that you put in work, and then you're going to do an interview where you damn well know what they're going to ask you. No wonder these dudes sipping on green. They're allergic to freedom. Okay, they're allergic to that sweet American freedom. I don't know if this is a good comparison. Crack takes all of your money. Getting clout provides a lot of money, but I get what you say. Says, nah, he did too much speaking on it publicly and having people do the Ben 10 challenge. Said, I'm calling it right now. He'll tell the police something you all later on will call him a snitch for. It says, no way Vlad gave the drop before getting the interview. He's smarter than that. If feds were watching him, they knew he landed in LA, probably, and followed him around and booked him. I ain't going to say too much, but he DM'd me. He DM'd me after I dropped the video on the main channel about him. Say no more. But anyway, people are kind of waking up to the fact that it sounds like Ben 10 really is paralyzed. And, you know, people are kind of, you know, basically pointing out these details in there. They're saying JR pop dog, and then he's stabbed off in the Cadillac, defensive player of the year, clutch player of the year. If 10 legs are gone, he might be MVP too. That's very disrespectful.
Damn.
Yeah, okay, well, let's not do too much of that, okay? But everybody's reacting to this footage of him standing over Ben, and people can't believe it's in Chiracology. The footage is there being shared. People saying Ben 10's lucky to be alive. He needs to just take his facials in peace and be glad he's alive, get off the internet, start a new life. He was going to end 10, but he ran out of ammo. He was trying to confirm that body. That's what they're saying. It says pistol whipped him, spit on him, and stood over him. Damn. Said dudes need to stop this
88, I knew you would like that disrespectful shit. That's fucked up.
Respecting Detroit guys like they ain't all the way with it. How the hell he survived that? Saying he might have a case if it was truly not his gun. Realistically, is he supposed to let somebody else get hold of the gun and kill him? Saying he got a case regardless. Texas is a stand your ground state, but you can't stand over someone unarmed and shoot them. Saying this might be far-fetched, but I'm sure somewhere out there it's okay to shoot until the threat is done. He might need a good lawyer. It's entirely okay for the police. Says that generally refers to armed individuals. You're going to have a hard time arguing self-defense against an unarmed man you already put multiple rounds in, walked away and came back. The fact he was lifeless, yeah, He says it allows him to defend against an imminent threat of death or serious injury without a duty to retreat. How is he supposed to know Ben didn't have another gun? A good lawyer easily beats it. So no, JR went outside and got more ammo. He tried to finish it. It's not self-defense. He didn't get more ammo. That's why.
That's cat.
Murder.
I don't believe that.
First.
I don't believe that. He went outside and got more. Nigga said, I love that shit. That's fucked up. I know they lying now. They say he went outside and got more ammo. That's cat.
Picture's crazy. They're saying he's shooting like a Looney Tunes character. What are we saying? This one.
Yeah, that was crazy. That's John Wick shit.
That's actually crazy. But yeah, everyone's reacting to this in Chiracology. JR standing over Ben 10. Says Ben's lucky that full 3X only holds like 7 shots. Apparently it holds 10 plus 1.
Holds 10.
They're dropping the new OEM mag next month that holds 15 plus 1, all right?
Oh, word. They finally catching up. OEM is probably finally catching up to what we've been using, the shield mags, which is 15 plus 1.
CIA will be distributing that amongst the community to cause more death and destruction by the sounds of it. Says he also pistol whipped him and spat on him after the bullets ran out. People can't believe that that's true. Ben better thank God that he made it out of that situation alive, and he needs to start moving smarter. They're saying he's going to do the opposite. Saying he already did the opposite. So damn, he really tried to face him. Actually, crazy. Okay? Crazy.
88 said, well, my attorney says it's fairly clear case of self-defense. However, the videos he's making is not helping his case. Hey, Mrs. 88. All right, so she think he's getting off with this. All right.
And they're reacting on crime in the D2. Obviously, this is big news. Okay. I thought there'd be more reaction to that. And, of course, they're reacting on the dumb way, which is the Louisiana gang subreddit. And they're saying even if he's paralyzed, Ben's lucky to be alive. He stood over him, and they're saying he's going to get off on self-defense. Nah, but how is Ben still alive? Says he's been charged with felon in possession, nothing to do with shooting people. Maybe they caught him with a gun. How is Ben alive? What the F? How is he shooting at him? It's crazy. Okay, they're saying I heard he had a Glock 4.3X. That made me want to change mine because I got that same stick. Right? It's saying never use a full 3X. It's a little snappy bitch. Ain't got no power. It's snappy.
It's definitely snappy. It's definitely snappy, but it shoot well. It take down what you're trying to shoot. It's a strong gun. It's a 9. Still a 9. It shows a little bit of intent with the videos. Yeah, but he only made the videos after he got disrespected and almost they tried to kill him damn near. And he tried to, maintain his life. Self-survival, you know what I mean? Friendly minded at 95%.
Right. People saying they're about to get rid of it. They're about to get rid of their full 3Xs, man. So, obviously...
Why would you get rid of the 4.3X? Did you hear? He just said hit him in the right spots, nigga. If you hit a nigga in the right spot with any 9mm, well, you ain't get rid of that. You crazy? That's that baby.
There's, everybody's kind of talking about Ben being paralyzed, and if that's true,
that's the
it's really crazy.
Part.
Can still hear that pic look like he's gone, especially him laying down in the video. He looks dead, man. How you stand over someone like that and not kill them? 3-letter word and it starts with G. God or gun? You can decide. It says getting shot in your spine is usually what paralyzes people, not the legs. My BD took 8 shots in one leg, 5 in the other leg. He was sitting in the car with the window down, and dude ran up on him, robbed him, and still emptied the clip. He couldn't walk for a while, but with plenty of PT, he walks fine today. Took damn near a year, but thankfully he's back walking, working, etc. 10 gonna shake back. Minor setback for a major comeback. Small things to come. He gonna be all right. Okay. Just before he got arrested, though, JR was still taunting Ben 10. Saying that we told you Ben 10 was paralyzed. Ron lost his finger and 3-3 hid in the elevator, and this is him talking about it.
I wake up, all you hoe ass niggas
Why not hear it?
tagging me, talking about nigga. You see Ben back? You see Ben back? Well, if the bitch so back, tell him to do the Ben 10. I'll double it for him. Fuck he talking about? Do that bitch, Ben, nigga. This your dance. Get in your groove, nigga. If you back. I wake up, all you hoe ass niggas.
Right.
Tagging me, talking
Tough
about
to keep
nigga.
a straight
You
mindset.
see Ben back?
So they're saying Ben back, saying if this... Bruh, it's so disrespectful, man. It's crazy. It said that he didn't have feeling in his legs on April the 15th. They didn't say he was fully paralyzed, and that was a week ago, okay? They're saying he hasn't left the bed in 2 weeks. He can't walk to the shower. You can get temporary paralyzation. His people are saying he's good. Physical therapy. He might be walking again soon, okay? But yeah, that is pretty crazy, okay? And I do wish Ben 10 all the best. I hope he is walking again soon. I hope that he's not.
Yeah, bro, of course. I mean, even though he made he did that dumb shit, I would hopefully he does get, he can do physical therapy and get his feeling in the legs back, of course, bro. We don't want to see no nigga like that, but it's definitely a lesson. Like, get the fuck, change your life, my nigga.
Permanently in a situation. Saying, duh, he been in the bed for a week. Better try and do physical therapy or something like that. Whether you want to believe it or not, there's definitely something wrong with bro's legs. That's the only part of the body he hasn't shown or spoke about. Saying he's going to have to learn to walk again. It's common when you get shot multiple times. Grove Hero got shot in his back 3 times in the leg, was out of the hospital the next morning, so it can go different ways. People saying he better hope he can walk. It can change over time. I guess that's why he's still in the hospital. Other people saying he's never walking again. Maybe that's why he's still in the hospital. His feeling in his legs probably fucked up right now. If he was really 100% paralyzed, would they still have him in the hospital, or is it possible he can just come back and do physical therapy? The way he got shot, he's going to be in the hospital for a minute, no matter if he got feeling in his...
I mean, it don't change nobody's life, whatever. I mean, just saying like that's, you know what I mean? Unfortunate events and all that.
Legs or not. And Ben has been posting even more from the hospital. See this post going around earlier. I was talking about Ben gives an update. This is him getting his facial that was referred to earlier. He said, I see a lot of stuff on Twitter, X, and the caption ain't really what's going on. So let's see what he's saying. I doubt he's even saying that.
I'm the health kit. But you know, in the facial, the fucking hospital, yeah, I'm forever banging, nigga, free the gunners.
So he said he forever banging free the gunners, right? A lot of people have been speculating as to whether JR can actually beat it now with these charges. People saying he might beat it because the gun was left at the scene. Saying definitely beat. He might as well take it to trial. He coming home to a bag. Says, yeah, they can probably say the initial possession and use that as a reasoning. But really, after he left, the gun was abandoned. And plus, JR ain't no career criminal. With the right defense, he can definitely get off. It says they're trying to jam him up to get him to talk about the robbery so they can charge Jay Prince or 10 for the attempted robbery. He got to say they was beating his ass and he picked up their gun, but that's telling. He don't need to tell. It's...
The 88 said if he was a decent human, I'd feel something. But something for him, but he was a menace. I feel you, gang.
It's in 4K. I agree. All right. But if it's that simple, he wouldn't even be locked up. They're trying to put a motive behind the situation to make more arrests. Obviously, he the victim. All-Star JR should say you don't really remember anything. He effed up when he walked back and stood over him. The threat was already neutralized. Kind of agree with that. Says, nah, he cooked, yo. This doesn't mean nothing when they got him on video standing over, bro. Kind of hard to fight that. But he's not charged with that. Unless it was a charge for an attempt, yeah, he cooked. But right now, they're only charging him with felon with possession of a firearm. Unless they plan on adding other charges, he can potentially beat the possession charge. It says, hitting a bystander don't help. And who is paralyzed? The innocent? Because they def would have said something... they def said someone don't got feeling in their legs, and I feel like we would have heard if it was 10. It's 10. Ron's the one who's had his finger amputated. Ben 10 is the one who didn't have feeling in his legs. Anyway, you get the gist. Okay, so is there anything else? I think that's everything that I had on this topic, okay? But
nah, I ain't gonna lie, that's kind of crazy, my boy. That's nuts. This shit insane. Oh, what's this? D4 David's judge is notorious for big sentences. Let's see, what else I had in the cut. We watched both of these, didn't we? What was this? You want to? This is a video I had seen pop up on my TL. I figured it'd be a good. Oh, what's this? Teen killer tries outsmarting the police. We gotta watch this one. Let's watch this first. Goofy headband from Russ. Russ's headband. You ain't like that? And he got his nails painted. I saw it in a video earlier when he was reporting on David.
Get me! I'm shy, help me! Where do you need help? Let's go,
Yeah, let's talk.
911. Oh my God! Get me! I'm shy, help me! Where do you need help? Let's go, what happened? My homie's dead. You need hospital. Where is the person with the gun? I don't know. He took off in a blue Chrysler 300. No. Where's McGeezy? My homie's laying on the ground on 27th and 3rd right now. We're rushing to the hospital. I'm gushing blood. No, you don't rush to the hospital. Wait for him to arrive. We're already in the car. Who had the gun? No, it's Sanusi Dan. What is your name? My name's Caleb Reynolds. Was there only one person with a gun? There's two. What's Brandon's last name? Brandon Overstreet. I need an ambulance and a police officer. Somebody has been shot in the head. What is his name? Harris. Go inside, honey. I can't leave him. She is an unresponsive. Harris. Come on, buddy. No. Huh? All right. He's not breathing. Do you know how to do CPR, ma'am?
People that did this gone?
Yes, they took off that way.
Okay, keep doing CPR. You're doing good.
Come on, Paris, wake up, buddy.
What's his name?
Paris Allen.
It's going to be Paris Allen is the victim. He's currently unconscious doing CPR.
Come on, Paris, wake up, buddy.
Ma'am, is there a squad with you?
There is.
Okay, I'll let you go then. Thank you.
All right, I'll have you move over to the side. I'm going to start CPR. Unless you're CPR trained.
I am.
You are?
Yep.
You feel comfortable
Yes.
continuing? All right, continue if you want to. Do a little deeper compressions, please.
My parents. My parents. Come on, Paris, buddy. Don't go out on me like this yet, bud. Paris, come on, bud.
He's shot in the head. What does CPR help?
46 to a 20, 1072, most likely. She's CPR certified, so I'm just gonna let her keep going. They saw a car taking off that way.
Mom's right there.
Family? Dave, do we have any other witnesses we gotta talk to? We need to see if there's shell casings. Fire's saying they heard there's 2 victims. Who else do we need to talk to? Just this guy. All right, man. I know this is hard, man. You gotta tell me what you know, okay?
Does he know where the shooting?
You gotta talk to me.
Who's right there?
Where was the car?
Did they shoot out of the vehicle? Yeah, they shot out the car.
Did they shoot from the driver's side?
Definitely the driver.
Can you tell me what the driver looked like?
Black male. He had like a t-shirt on, I think.
What color?
I don't know.
Can you go over there, Dan? There's shell casings and just stand by it.
What was he? 2 black males.
So did the front passenger shoot?
The driver shot.
Okay.
I seen the gun point out the car.
So there was only 2 black males. That's
Yes.
it. Have you ever seen these guys before?
Yes. I think this is Brandon and Snitched.
So which house were you staying in here?
Oh, he know everything.
Over there, his.
He telling it all.
That's his house.
Whose house?
He saw it and he gonna tell it.
At Paris's house?
No.
How did Paris get here?
I don't know.
So you were with Paris when this happened?
Yes.
Why were you guys walking up here? Did you know they were coming here?
He had beef and
They had beef?
It was like walking up, like saying what's up, and he just started shooting.
So you said that you knew they were coming here. How did you guys know? How were you
don't like
communicating?
this guy?
Our friend told him that they were spinning the block.
A friend? Who was that?
Jackson.
Jackson?
Chad, 88 don't like him because he a rat. You don't like him because he a rat, 88?
Morales?
Notably, the officer appears
He's a rat-ta-ta-ta-ta.
to know Jackson's last name without this suspect mentioning it. This is almost certainly due to Jackson's criminal reputation. At 20 years old, he has convictions for second-degree aiding and abetting burglary, disorderly conduct, first-degree aggravated robbery, and threats of violence.
How did he tell you that?
He was on his phone. He was here too.
He was here. Did he see anything?
Yeah, we were all here.
Where did Jackson go?
They spun off.
Jackson was in a vehicle?
Yeah, they took off.
So he was in a different vehicle, not with those guys. So when Jackson told you that they were coming, were you going to try to fight these dudes, or what was the intent of you guys coming down here?
No, we was walking down and, I don't know, saying what's up and...
Knowing you have beef?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you see the handgun?
Yeah.
Knowing you have
What
beef.
color was it?
It was gray.
Are you good being here, dude?
I don't know.
So you got a good look at the vehicle, right, McGeezy?
Yes.
What is it? Do you know the make?
No, I have no clue.
Have you seen that vehicle before?
Yeah, a lot of times. Yeah.
A lot of times. How do you know that vehicle?
Brandon and Snitched.
You've seen those 2 in it before?
Yeah.
At this time, officers are unaware that the driver of the suspect vehicle, Sanusi Tamsir Bangura, enters a nearby convenience store just 27 minutes after the...
Where is this nigga from? Sanusi Tamsir Bangura. Yo, where's you from, my boy?
The shooting, still at large. Just a couple minutes later, he leaves the store. Notably, he appears to be holding his cell phone, which will later turn out to be a key piece of evidence.
How do you know Brandon and Sanusi?
I'm not really that acquainted with them.
Would you consider them friends?
No.
Those are the guys you got beef with? Is the beef with you or with Paris?
No.
Is this Jackson?
Yeah.
Jackson Morales. He's been known to be
So
in a
he
black
was-
PC. Was he in a black Acura?
Yeah.
Was he driving it?
Yeah, he's right.
Was it Caleb that also got shot? There's somebody else that got shot at the hospital.
At this moment, officers move to arrest Jackson Morales. Jackson is currently at the hospital, having just transported Caleb Reinald Nemec, who has sustained a gunshot wound. Caleb was shot during the incident and was one of the individuals who called 911 from the beginning of the video. Although he is not one of the shooters, Jackson's involvement in this criminal nexus makes him an immediate person of interest, leading to his detainment pending investigation. Jackson and Caleb drove to the hospital with the final witness and victim, Ojima O.G. Curry. Unbeknownst to officers, O.G. drove away from the hospital hospital with the black Acura, his whereabouts unknown at the time. So far, officers have a general idea of what happened, but are not yet aware footage of the incident exists, footage that will later be presented during multiple jury trials.
Why am I being detained?
We're going to explain it to you. So just listen, we have at least one, maybe two people that were shot, okay?
You are being detained so we can make sure you don't have a weapon on you.
I know,
okay?
but can you quit holding me like that, though? You scaring me, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
And then we'll take the handcuffs off and we'll have a conversation, all right? You know why you're being detained.
I'm the one who brought that nigga that shot to the hospital, bro. What the f? That's my brother, bro. Hey, come here. F up, gang.
Okay, I need you to just calm down.
No, y'all acting like I'm the criminal here, bro. My brother just got shot, bro.
We don't know. We have 3 or 4.
Look, I'm listening. I get that, but you don't need to come up and be rough with me, bro. I'm just here trying to save my homie's life, dog.
We don't know you. We don't know your involvement, and we don't know if you have a weapon on you. Okay. We're trying to keep everybody safe in here, okay?
All right.
So
like this thing right here. My knife. Right. My knife. Yeah. Right. That's all.
So I think you know as well as I do. People that carry these bags sometimes have guns in them.
I get that, but that's kind of stereotypical and racist too.
It has nothing to do with color.
That's a purse, bro.
Would you stop being on me, please?
Would you stop being a to me, please? My homie just got shot, bro.
Exactly, and that's exactly why we make these assumptions.
Right, because I shot my own homie,
You
right.
just came from a shooting. I told you there may be 1 or 2 people that have been
Yeah,
shot.
yeah, I know. My other homie's dead too, bro. On the road in Lincoln Park, bro.
Okay, all right. Do you have a spot we can go to talk to him?
My homie just got killed in front of my face, bro. Sorry, bro.
To recap the narrative, 2 suspects, Brandon and Sanusi, are accused of firing at a group of 5 individuals: Jackson, McGeezy, Paris, Caleb, and Ogima. Paris and Caleb were the only 2 struck by gunfire. Paris was struck in the head, and Caleb through his hips. Immediately after the shooting, Brandon and Sanusi fled. Then Jackson, Ogima, and Caleb jumped in a black Acura to get Caleb to the hospital. McGeezy stayed on the scene with Paris, who appears deceased. Currently, officers do not know suspects Sanusi and Brandon's whereabouts.
So it was you and Paris that walked out of this house here?
Yeah, it was me, Paris, my brother OG, and Caleb.
What's your brother's name?
Ogama.
Where's Ogama?
He's with Caleb.
Although McGeezy is right to think his brother Ogima, or OG, is at the hospital with Caleb, officers are not actually aware of OG's location. He appears to have taken Jackson's black Acura and left the hospital. They are only questioning McGeezy and Jackson at this time. Simultaneously, another drive-by shooting happens a little over a mile away from the original scene at Sanusi and Brandon's residence. Thankfully, nobody was injured in that second shooting. It won't take officers long to discover the shootings are related.
I tell you what went down. I'm not gonna say names. Not gonna do none of that. I tell you what kind of car they in. You can look for the car that did the shooting. I know how these streets work too. I'm not about to lose my life next.
And you know what? You probably know how the streets work way better than I do. I'm gonna be honest with you, okay? What kind of car did you come in?
A black car.
What kind is it?
Why do that matter?
Well, I have it on the video anyways. I know it's a black car.
Okay,
is it an
so
Acura?
you know what it is.
Is it an Acura?
I'm not going into detail. I don't need to, man.
Jackson is largely hesitant to give information to the police, but McGeezy is able to step up and help officers in their path to justice.
You were thinking they wanted to fight you guys?
Cute little name tag.
Who hopped out?
The one on the left.
He got out of a passenger seat?
Yeah, we walked up slowly and he hopped back in the car. It was like, what's up, you guys don't want to fight? And then...
So you guys were walking towards the car?
Yeah.
Were they both in the car at that point?
Yeah.
And then what happened?
He just started shooting the driver.
Where were you guys when he was shooting?
He was right in front of the white car.
So you were in the street?
Yeah, I was at the back of the group.
Where was Paris?
Yeah, I got him on video.
How many times did the driver shoot?
Oh, like around 10.
Do you know what kind of gun it was?
It looked like a Glock. It was a gray black handgun.
Was he shooting at you at all?
No. He was pointed towards Caleb and Paris.
Did anyone from your group have a gun?
No.
Paris was shot. Did you stay with him?
When he pulled out the gun,
It's probably a Smizzy Glock. It's probably the Smith & Wesson. The, what is it? SDV9. It look like a Glock because it's made just like a Glock. They got sued by Glock. They got a Glock gets like $40 to or $60 every time they sell one of them guns.
Dog. And then I looked back on the sidewalk and he was just there.
He was laying there? Did you render aid to him or anything?
I didn't know how to.
Yeah. You get shot in the head.
Yeah. Do you want justice for your buddies? Or
I want justice, bro. I want to die out here is what I want, bro. My homie been up here for 3 days from California for vacation, bro. He dead, bro. He ain't even in the streets, none, bro.
I haven't been in your spot. I don't know the streets like you. I can also appreciate the fact that you haven't had a good relationship with police. There's a lot of people that haven't. But we are trying to help you out. We're trying to get justice for Caleb and your other buddy.
After officers reason with Jackson to give information, he shares his side of how the whole interaction began.
I'm looking for help. I understand.
We was at the little church in Lincoln Park, right? I met up with my ex real quick.
What Jackson just shared is later confirmed via security footage. However, the following parts appear to happen once his and his ex's vehicle go just out of sight and largely rely on his spoken statement.
And then Sanusi and Brandon in a blue Chrysler 300 pulled up on me. Brandon was in the passenger. Sanusi was driving. Talking shit. Get out with a fanny pack on. And Brandon gets out the passenger seat. Starts punching on my car and shit. I'm like, let's go down the block. We can fight. I was just trying to fight because my homies were down the block too. I'm not going to fight them one-on-one because they're not trying to get a one-on-one. They're trying to jump me.
Correct.
So they follow me down there and shit. And we get out the car, like, are we gonna fight, right? We ain't had no guns. We walk up, like, all right, let's box then, right? And then they're calling out the window, all right, you trying to box? I'm like, yeah, we're trying to box. You don't see us with no guns, right? We trying to box. And we get up to their car, and they're just talking shit and sitting there. They don't come out the car. So my homie punched him through the open window because he wouldn't get out, and they was trying to talk about they was trying to fight. So they pulled off and just started blowing shots. We all ducked and shit. Like, got on the ground, jumped, ran, and then we looked back and my other homie had a bullet through his head.
Did you see the gun?
Well, no, I didn't see the gun.
I get you might not want to be honest with me, but honesty is what I really need in this. At any point, did you guys have any guns?
No, all I had on me was that knife y'all found. And I'm like, man, if y'all ain't trying to get out the car and box with y'all gonna follow me, I'll just pop your tiger.
Did either one of them ever try to get out of the vehicle? Kind of like
they both just sat there smiling and shit.
After questioning McGeezy and Jackson, officers made their way to Sanusi and Brandon's residence, where reports indicate a drive-by shooting unloaded bullets into nearby buildings. Thankfully, no one was injured in this apparent retaliatory act. Luckily, officers are able to make contact with
niggas went and shot at the building nobody was home. Niggas said Chrysler 300, of course.
Sanusi, the suspected shooter from the initial incident.
Where's your vehicle at, man?
It's parts. What do you mean?
The blue one? You had that cool car, right? Anybody else in your house?
No, not right now. I came outside and my neighbors were talking about somebody drove past, cops was chasing them, whatever. Their house got hit. And they said they were trying to shoot at me or something.
So you say your car is parked in the back?
Yes, it's parked.
Okay. Just so it wasn't your car.
Okay.
Notably, Sanusi appears to be FaceTiming someone during his interaction with police. Officials do not yet know that the other suspect, Brandon, is on the other line. At this moment, Brandon is caught on surveillance video with peers at a Hollister store. Investigators will soon obtain this footage and question the peers to unravel the full story.
I don't know what the going on, but
who else is inside your house?
Nobody.
Downstairs neighbors, do you know if they're home?
I have no idea, but even if they were, they don't like cops and they wouldn't open the door.
What I want you to do is go with my partner. We just want to sit you in a squad car right now.
Am I in trouble or what's going on?
No, right now. We're trying to figure this out, all right? We're out with them right now.
I know. Stop yelling that over the phone. I know.
You go by Sushi?
That's my name. It's easier to say than Sanusi.
You been home the whole time?
Yeah, we just went to Firestone to pick up his car. I went to go to Quick Trip and I went home because my neighbor was like, looks like somebody tried to drive-by shoot saying they were shooting at me.
Why do you think they would be shooting
I have
at
no
you?
idea, but I think it's the same people that busted my front and back windshield. I filed a police report before. And they slashed my roommate's tire.
Is that recent?
We found it today.
He got on his corporate voice. I know he wasn't talking like that when he was busting out the window.
Who are these people?
I honestly have no clue. I was told one of them goes by Black, but I don't know what the name that is. And it's like a black Acura, and I think I got the license plate actually. These are just all the cars that have been harassing me.
Can I take a picture?
Yeah, you can if you want to, yeah.
These ones have been harassing you?
Harassing me, yes. Like
what?
Chasing me. They'll like throw shit in my car while I'm driving. They'll like, what's it called? What? Tailgate me? That black Acura. And that's the main person who's been talking to me.
What kind of car did you come in? Because I know it's a black car.
Okay,
is it an Acura?
Then you know what it is.
Who's this?
That is my roommate.
Oh,
he's at the mall.
How long have you been home?
Like 45 minutes.
You didn't hear anything?
No, shut the up. This is not a situation to be joking.
Next, officers spoke to Caleb. He sustained a bullet wound during the interaction.
To be blunt with you, Harris is deceased. Just save your time. I'm not going to say no more. We're just trying to get the truth of what happened here. What I know is Jackson has been getting harassed by a couple of males.
It's going on for years.
Yeah.
If I say something, then it gets out. That's my life.
How come? It's how it is in the hood. If somebody lost a son today, man, that's pretty horrible.
Yes, I know.
So there's a time to be a man, stand up for yourself, stick up for your buddy that can't stick up for himself. And this is it, man.
I'm not going to play that guilt trip.
It's not a guilt trip.
I know what I got to do, dog.
Investigators brought Sanusi in for a deeper questioning. Meanwhile, officials worked to try and locate the passenger suspect, Brandon, who was last known to be traveling with peers at a nearby mall.
I'm not stupid. You want to back up and start over again, please, with the truth. I know there's beef.
But I don't think I wouldn't consider it beef, because for something to be beef, you would have to like try and fight me.
That was going to happen today.
That was going to happen today?
Yeah.
Well,
it has to do with girls.
It has to do with girls. It has to do with girls?
Come on, man.
That's what the this is about? It has to do with girls.
What do you think it's about?
I have no clue.
Court transcripts and charges in a separate case reveal the apparent reasoning behind Jackson and his group's desire to fight Sanusi. Court documents reveal allegations that Sanusi coerced an underage girl to send him inappropriate images using Snapchat, with threats to send those images to her parents if she didn't come to his residence. This abuse allegedly lasted for several months. Eventually, he filmed sexual acts and posted them online, creating the beef between Jackson's group and Sanusi. This is part of the information that officers are aware of in this moment. While there are charges for one individual victim regarding these acts, court transcripts indicate Sanusi may have been repeating this behavior with multiple girls.
He kept saying, and I was like, where's the proof of that? Didn't show me proof. Perfect. And I was like, nah, I can go about my life regularly. And then he was like, call me. And I was like, well, I'm right here. If you want to fight me, you might as well fight me.
Is this Caleb?
No.
Who's it?
This is Black.
What's Black look like?
Like a bug. It's the dude that walked past.
Investigators are also questioning Jackson, or Black, simultaneously.
You're not in custody.
I'm willing to talk to you, but I'm gonna watch what I say, because I'm not trying to be the next one with a bullet through my face like my homie.
What's this beef about?
You know, my brother's sister. So I screenshot it all, exposed him.
Oh, okay. And he didn't like that.
Ever since.
There's been a lot of with you over the last couple years with that stuff.
I worked on that case, and I'll be honest, it's sad for me to sit across the table from people and have to hear disappointment in how the system's working. I didn't get in this job to not help. That's why I'm here, is I'm trying to help.
Were you in a car today?
Yes.
Who was in the car with you?
Brandon was. Brandon's tire got slashed or popped yesterday or today. We took his tire up to fighters. Besides that, I went to Quick Trip because I needed gas. And after that, I went back home.
You said he's your roommate?
Yeah.
You guys are living together? Is he there right now?
Last I talked.
You know what it is? Basically, this whole thing is really over. They family member's a victim, bro. They family member was a victim. At the end of the day, they trying to get back for their little sister, nigga. I can respect that, even though I don't like it. But they ended up dying. Nigga got shot in the head, bro. Nigga dead right now. Y'all was trying to get back for his little sister, and one of your men's shot in the head, dead.
He was at the mall.
So when you start lying to me is when I don't want to ask you any more questions. I want to know what the hell happened today.
Bro, I don't
how there's people at the hospital.
I seen on your Facebook page a shooting in Lincoln Park, 2500 block. That's how I know about it.
What if your car was there?
Well, there's multiple cars that look like mine, but
now
my
your
car.
license plate. Is there going to be anything in your car that I'm going to find that's going to make me think that shouldn't be?
I say shouldn't be because a lot.
I hate that answer.
A lot of people are in my car all the time, so.
A lot of people are in your car.
Do you know who shot at the house, man?
The neighbor said it was a black car that zoomed past and was shooting shots. So it would have to be an Acura.
Why would it have to be an Acura?
Because that's the same car that I seen around like weeks or whatever.
Who drives that?
Black, yeah, it would have to be him.
So you think that it was Black
I think so, yes.
in an Acura,
In an Acura.
that shot at your house today?
I believe so.
What would compel him to do that in broad daylight
Me calling him
in the middle of a Wednesday?
Me calling him, I guess.
When you get to the hospital, you said your buddy took off. Who was that? OG so did he come with you, or did he drive? You drove to the hospital, you said. And then you stay with Caleb? Okay, and then OG takes off.
Yeah. We know a whole lot more than...
Man, he didn't even know his homie was about to go take off and go shoot at their crib and miss everything.
than you think we know. We want your side of why that happened.
Bro, I don't know.
And then ones wanted to fight too. They pulled up on me, followed me, talking about they wanted to fight.
Right.
And they're gonna go and shoot.
Over something that is kind of small in the grand scheme of things. Can I just cut to the chase?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. I think you pulled up with Brandon in the car you drove. I think some words are exchanged. Fight does not happen. And Caleb ends up punching Brandon in the face.
Punch Brandon in the face?
Yep. And then as you pull away, Brandon caps off a bunch of shots. What you don't know is he hit a few people. And he may have killed somebody. Possible murder. I think someone we both know
gets into a black Acura and goes and shoots up your house in retaliation.
That's some crazy.
And someone might be dead.
Damn.
Unfortunately, someone got killed. Okay.
Someone got killed? For sure, someone got killed.
Someone got killed.
Harris, how do you know him? Are you just friends or?
Well, he been friends with Caleb since they was like young. And he just moved back. It's sad, bro. Like, he ain't even in the f***ing streets. Harris is a good-ass little kid, bro. And he just got back from California. From his job, he was up here for vacation for a month, been up here for like 3 days.
Okay.
We have 5 people, 2 of which got shot. 3 of them put you and your vehicle there, as well as Brandon. Why would they make that up? And then why would your house get shot up 10 minutes after?
I don't know.
That's not the truth? That's what you're telling us?
So I'm telling you, it's not the truth. These are the same people that busted my windshield.
Why'd you call Brandon?
He's my roommate. Somebody shot at that.
Did you call the police?
No.
Why not?
Because I don't.
There's 2 different cameras in that neighborhood that captured the shooting. So if it puts your car there, what are we going to do about that? Cameras don't lie, right? I'm not going to be talking to you tomorrow after I watch the video and saying, Sanusi, what the hell?
No.
My word, honest to God, on my mother's grave, no one had a gun. I'm sure there's at least one camera on that block that picked something up, and you'll see none of us shot. We all walked up with our hands up trying to fight.
So kind of like a drive-by.
Yeah.
That's sad.
Yeah, especially outside of daycare, dog.
Yeah.
Like, we was really trying to fight their asses.
Officers obtained several angles of the shooting, including smartphone footage captured by Caleb as the group approaches. Soon after Jackson pulls over to rally his peers, Sanusi and Brandon park some yards behind, and the footage begins.
What's to it, boy? On my mama, what's to it, boy? What's the word? What y'all trying to do? Y'all trying to box or what? We trying to box.
Come on. Come on. Come on. You want to fight? Come
We
on.
trying to box, yeah.
Come over here, boy. Come over here, gang.
Come box.
What's to it, bro? You in the car, we out. Man, I'm always back. Step out, gang. Step out, gang.
Y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it is with us.
Hey, y'all finna get out. Y'all want your tire spot, bro. Papa.
The driver the one that was shooting. They went to pop them tires and them niggas started
Y'all know
busting.
what it is with us.
He was smiling.
Hey, y'all finna get out. Y'all want your tire spot, bro. Papa.
He went to pop the tires and then now he started busting.
Call an ambulance. Call an ambulance. Call an ambulance.
At this point, officers have strong evidence that Sanusi fired his weapon. However, no clear angle shows the extent of Brandon's involvement. The question now becomes, was Brandon armed, and did he also fire a weapon? That question will soon be answered by a key piece of footage. But first, officers located Brandon at his peer's house that same night, where they apprehended him and brought the others in for questioning. To protect their identity, we've opted to use false names and blur the faces of the uninvolved peers. They start with interrogating the male peer, John. Investigators understand that Brandon met with John and others after the shooting. John begins by sharing he was hanging out with Brittany and Heather at the mall. He then speaks about his friendship with Brandon, one of the suspected shooters.
Like, we literally hang out almost every single day. Like we're best friends. We went to the mall today.
All 4 of you?
Yeah.
He didn't say anything about what happened today.
No, when you guys pulled up, I was surprised. Like, I didn't know what the hell was going on.
He's being accused of shooting at someone today. How is he acting?
I don't know. He seemed kind of nervous.
You know if he's got any beef with anybody?
I mean, we're grown. Not that I know.
You know what his roommate's name was?
Sushi.
Did Brandon say anything about Sushi today?
Investigators likely suspect John isn't telling the full story, as they're aware Sanusi was on FaceTime with Brandon while he was with John at the mall, his self-proclaimed best friend. At this point, investigators begin to question one of the 2 girls they were with.
You understand that there's nothing to be nervous about?
Yeah, I'm not.
All right.
I'm just kind of scared though.
Yeah.
Brittany begins her interrogation by sharing Heather, John, Brandon, and herself began their day at the mall before going to John's house, where officers arrested Brandon and took them in for questioning. She then details what Brandon was doing at John's house.
He was just on the phone with people. I don't know really who or nothing.
Did you hear any of the conversations?
No, they were in a separate one. He kind of did look a little worried, walking back and forth, like pacing. I mean, like, oh, what's going on? Like, why is he here? And it's like, I don't know what's going on. I did see like something was wrong, but he kept telling us nothing's wrong. Somebody called him and like told him that his friend was in trouble, I think. He came out and he was like, oh my gosh, they have Sanusi. He's like, they told me that Sanusi's in a cop car. I was just like, why? He's like, I don't even know. He's like, I can't say anything about it. And I was like, so are you involved in it? And we're just like, we were kind of weirded out by the whole situation. He was acting completely normal, like he was fine. Then when the cops came, I was like, what the f is going on, like actually?
You know what we're investigating.
I think you know a little more about phone calls.
We don't want you to get wrapped up into something that really has nothing to do with
Sushi B.
I can assure you that what we're investigating
You like that name, huh? Sushi B.
is a serious crime.
I think they both have guns.
I like to go raw in bitches, so you could call me Sushi G. Well, I like to go raw in my girlfriend. I like to go raw in my girlfriend. You could call me Sushi B. Sushi G.
To be honest, I know that's Sanusi. I think it was him. Shot and killed.
What happened?
That shot and killed the dude.
How do you know that?
Brandon told us what happened, and he was saying that Sanusi was in like a drive-by shooting, and then I think he shot him. I don't think I got told. Sanusi called him and told him like everything. That's how Brandon found out about it.
Who told you this?
Brandon.
What did Brandon say?
The whole time we were in the mall, he was talking about it. He's like, Sanusi's so stupid. He's like, I don't know what we're gonna do.
So what did Brandon say his involvements were?
I know him and Sanusi are roommates, so I mean, he could be involved in it or not, but he wasn't talking about himself really that much.
And Brandon said that he was not in the vehicle.
She looking pretty hot. She looking pretty hot.
Yeah, he said he wasn't with him.
Did Brandon or communicate with you on what to say to us?
They just kind of told us to act stupid. I know he wasn't involved in it at all because I've been with him most of the day, but I know like him and Brandon are best friends. He'd probably be the one to like know the most out of all of us.
So when Brandon was at your house,
Yeah,
what did he talk about?
his roommate was in some or something. I don't really know.
Do you know what happened today?
Off the Facebook post, yeah, a shooting or something like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know he's part of that.
I don't have anything to hide from you guys.
You're trying to protect your friend. I get it. Honestly, I don't think you're a bad guy.
I don't
That's
have
why I came.
anything to do with the situation. I was hanging out with my friend today.
Well, there's a guy ended up dead, and Brandon was part of it.
I just don't see him like as somebody who could do that.
The following day, Brittany came back ready to tell officers the full truth.
I got super scared and we're like we cannot be involved in this. So I know he was in the car with Sanusi when everything happened. And Brandon said he shot a gun twice.
Brandon shot his own gun twice.
Yeah. He was like, I'm probably gonna go to prison for the rest of my life.
Did they mention like who actually hit someone?
Brandon kept saying he thinks Sanusi was the one that killed him because Brandon was like, I only shot the gun twice. And he's like, I don't think I hit nobody. But he's like, Sanusi just kept shooting, and didn't care. And then me and just ate our food a little bit. Then her and ended up leaving.
What was their purpose to leave? Just
They wanted to go to try and get into Brandon's house. Hide the ammo that was like laying out on Sanusi's bed in his room. Brandon wanted them to, but
She knew everything. She knew everything. Shorty right here basically just was like, were they telling her or was she witnessing all
I
this?
don't think that's a good idea, but we can try and go there and see if they'll let us go in.
did just tag along or did
Did not want to help. She did not want no part of that at all.
you know why she went?
She went because she always wants to be because they're like together or whatever.
Why don't you tell me what you actually know?
I didn't come here to talk about that though. So
What'd you come here to talk about?
people want to kill me. I just got a call. A girl I used to talk to. I don't know if you guys know the Jackson guy, but she's friends with him. She just called me and was like, people are looking for me. I just don't feel safe, so I don't have protection. You guys took my weapon, so.
Why would the people be looking for you?
Because there's rumors going around saying that I was in the car with them.
I know that you were involved. What I do know is that Brandon told you exactly what went down. Okay, I know that for a fact.
He just said some shit happened. You're gonna be mad at me. Da da da. Like,
why would you be mad at him?
Because I tell him all the time, like, you need to better yourself.
You guys have been buddies since like what, 5th grade or so?
Yeah, 5th grade.
And we know that you went back to
I've been selling crack since like that 5th grade.
or tried to. What was he asking you to grab?
Like, he had to get clothes and stuff.
We know you didn't go back to the house to grab clothes.
Brandon told you more when you're at your place.
He said that Sanusi emptied the whole clip.
And how many times did Brandon shoot?
I don't know.
How many times?
I don't know exactly.
Tell you shot.
He said it might have been 2, might have been 3.
So he shot at least a couple times. And
Yeah, so.
where did he tell you they ditched the guns?
He didn't tell me anything about the guns. He didn't even want to come out. I was like, I'm not going out there and telling him that you're not here. Like, I don't know what you're thinking. I'm not doing that.
Well, it seems like you're trying to do good and trying to help. You understand you're doing the right thing now, right? May not feel like it, but if Snoozy emptied his clip, we've got bullet holes in houses.
Yeah.
Your damn sister's house.
Yeah, I know.
Like, your damn sister could be dead right now.
I called her right away once I found out about that. He did say Snoozy shot first.
So yes, Paris Allen, he's 19 years old. He did die.
18, bro?
19.
Damn, 19, bro.
You know, you didn't know Paris at all?
Nah, but just a light being took, does not sit with me.
Are you able to tell us anything more about that day?
The hood of Black's car got smacked, and then he tried to run over my passenger. And I was told to follow him. They came up to the car. One of the dudes had his hand behind his back, and I was like, what the f*** do your friend have his hand behind his back for? And I wanted to go back up again, and I was told, no, don't go nowhere. And then after that, just adrenaline started pumping. I sped off.
Was Brandon the one telling you to do these things? As far as follow him, stop here, all the things that you said I was told to, was that Brandon?
Pretty much, yeah.
Did you see them have a gun?
Caleb had something black in his hand that he was like concealing, and then one of their friends had like one hand in front of them and one hand like this. Like they were like obviously trying to conceal something.
So then he punches you, and what do?
And then I just pull off.
Just pull off on who fired those shots?
Honestly, I have no idea. It could have came from in the car, it could have came from out of the car.
There's video of the incident. Lying isn't gonna look good.
Whatever I say wouldn't get me out of the situation either. So.
It's not gonna get you out of the situation, but it's gonna show that you have remorse and that you're sorry for what happened.
But remorse won't even lessen either.
It can. The video shows you firing a gun out your window, man.
The intent was to scare them away from my car.
Did Brandon fire a gun?
The general, I wouldn't know.
We did a search warrant at your house. He's got ammunition and a holster in his bedroom. Before you even saw Black, you guys were driving to Firestone. Where was the gun?
In the car. The door pocket.
Door pocket? Driver door pocket?
I wouldn't say that's where I want to keep it.
That's just where it was on Wednesday. I guess the obvious question is, why did you bring it?
Because I had been harassed. I had been fought.
Oh, that's a red. It's real? This should look fake. A Glock 18?
So what did you do with the gun after all this?
Who has it? Because I want to make sure that some little kid walking down the street doesn't find a gun in the bushes that might still have ammo in it.
I don't remember.
And then as you're driving, are you still shooting? What if I said video?
That don't look like no red gun.
Otherwise.
Are we shooting still? Yeah. I was still shooting.
So we searched your car. We found some bullet casings in there. There's a rubber glove that contains shell casings. What is that from?
That is for me picking up casings and putting them in the glove and putting them.
Why would you leave them in the car, dickhead?
Do you know Caleb ended up getting shot?
No.
So you never met that Paris kid?
I don't think so.
Those guys ever pulled guns on you before?
Yeah, they did say that Paris kid was visiting us for the summer. Said they done. Yeah, they definitely done. Said that Paris kid was just visiting for the summer. He was gonna be there for a month and going right back to California.
I think so. Well, I know for a fact I shouldn't be there. I know 100%.
Tell you that the video doesn't show that.
It doesn't?
No. You think it's reasonable we could have just driven away?
That was the plan initially, to just back up. And should just stay at that day.
Don't beat yourself up on the what ifs, right?
It's kind of hard.
I know, man.
That is not okay. It's kind of hard to not think about what ifs if somebody is dead.
If what you're telling me is the truth, Brandon had a huge part of what happened. Pretty much everything he told you to do is what led to what happened. I do appreciate you being forthcoming and honest. It shows that you have remorse for what happened.
Yeah, bro. 19 years, bro. Can't even get to experience life, bro.
Thanks for being willing to chat again. I appreciate it.
Later that evening, officers met with Caleb, who was discharged from the hospital. He added some more context to the incident that could change the shape of the soon-to-unfold court cases.
So that's what I got down. I'm not going to say any extra details besides what happened. Just to clarify what you see in the video and to bring justice to my brother. As I passed his window, he was reaching for a gun, so I punched him in the face to buy some time to get away. So I got a ride to the hospital in a pedal vehicle.
Who was in the car?
That's all I got.
Okay.
You're lucky you didn't get your shot off, man.
Yup.
That's what I'm saying.
Holy shit. If it was the other way, it would have been.
And they said that if there was any millimeter different, it bled out my main artery on the way there.
You should probably start going to church.
I believed in God.
Did I hear someone say
but
you should start going to church?
Yeah.
Oh, bro, that's God, huh?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's a miracle, man.
I didn't believe in God for the longest time because I was kind of forced into it. I just believe in the Matrix. But then after that, that's God showing me that He's here and He's helping me out because they said they had no clue how they didn't hit anything.
From this incident, several court cases unfolded. The first we will go over is Ojima Curry, or OG, who was arrested several months later. Though he was 17 years old at the time of the incident, he was 18 at the time of his arrest and was tried as an adult. He was accused of taking Jackson's car after dropping Caleb off at the hospital, returning home to retrieve a gun, and traveling to Sanusi and Brandon's residence to commit a drive-by shooting towards their home in retaliation. In his court transcript, OG admits he didn't know exactly where they lived and shot, quote, in a general direction of the house. He was held on a $100,000 bond and eventually pled guilty to one count of drive-by shooting towards an occupied building. He was sentenced to 5 years in prison with 242 days of jail credit. He will likely spend just under 3 years in jail and be released in April of 2027 at 21 years old. He also owes over $2,300 in court fines, fees, and restitution. The second and third individuals to face charges are Sanusi and Brandon, who both faced one count of aiding and abetting second-degree murder via drive-by shooting, one count of aiding and abetting second-degree assault with a dangerous weapon and causing substantial bodily harm, and one count of drive-by shooting towards a person. A $750,000 bond was set for both suspects. Outside of this incident, Sanusi's court case involving coercing and filming an underage girl to perform sexual acts led to one dismissed count of criminal sexual contact with a victim aged 14 to 15 and one convicted count of use of minors in pornographic work. Regarding this incident, both were found guilty on all charges in separate jury trials. Sanusi's court
nasty son of a bitches.
Hearings opened with Paris's father, Brian, detailing Paris's life and just how much the boy meant to him. This video slideshow was played in court to honor the life of Paris. By the time victim impact statements were made at the end of trial, Brian's brother Gary told Sanusi he didn't just kill Paris that day and revealed Paris's father, Alan, had taken his own life as a result. In combination with his
What? The dad took his own life as a result? Oh my God.
crime case, Sanusi was sentenced a total of 34 years and 5 months, plus 5 years of conditional release. Minnesota's 2/3 rule on probation allows supervised release in just under 23 years, or around August 2047, when he will be 45 years old. He will be fully released from probation around February 2064, at 62 years old. He also owes $7,740 between court fines, fees, and restitution. Brandon was sentenced a total of 40 years in prison with 258 days of jail credit, meaning he could be on probation in 26 years, or about August 2050, when he will be 52 years old. He will be fully released from probation around August 2063, when he will be 65 years old. His longer sentence likely has to do with a prior felony conviction, labeling him as a repeat felon. He also owes $240 between court fines, fees, and restitution. Both later attempted to appeal their cases, and both were subsequently denied, solidifying their sentences. Based on a search of Minnesota court websites, no other individuals involved faced criminal charges. Our team has followed this case for
Sheesh, man. What's this link you got over here?
How old were you when you made your first million? I was actually 20.
Tommy G. Alright, copy real quick. Let's watch this Wack clip real quick. We're gonna watch the Tommy G shit right after. Look, Wack apparently ready to beat up on somebody at No Jumper.
Man, I'm just trying to have a conversation. You getting mad
this shit is a game, nigga. Raising your voice like he's trying to do content with you. Why you gotta make it a violent thing, bro? Come on.
Hey, just like I said, Wack.
No, bro, nigga.
911 on speed dial, man. Come on.
Nigga, look, I ain't worried about none of that. Man,
fine,
sit
bro.
down,
Nigga,
bro. That's okay. That's where we going. Wack, come on.
Holy shit out. That's out.
He wants to have a conversation with you.
You talking about threatening violence?
Son said 911 on speed dial.
Bro, what is the problem?
They're not gonna get there that fast.
Talking about, nigga. Watch out. He wants some police. Talking about, nigga.
I got no issue with you,
man. This bitch ass up out of here.
Some police.
Well,
you can't talk no gangster shit with a nigga that start talking about the police. Ain't nobody talk never no gangster shit, Creed. I never was on no
bitch ass
shit.
nigga.
I was never on gangster shit.
Dead homies, nigga.
I was never on no gangster shit,
Come on outside,
bro.
nigga. Come on outside. You think this shit is a motherfucking game? Come outside. Come outside, homie! Come outside, nigga!
You want me to do that?
Bring your ass outside!
You got it.
Why move, nigga?
Bro.
Fuck you playing with?
You got
I told you I don't tolerate no disrespect.
You got it,
You
I'm not
did
trying to
this shit.
disrespect you.
He's
I'm trying to have a conversation.
Nigga, I don't play with Mexicans like
I'm not
that.
trying to disrespect you, my G. I'm trying to have a conversation with
I don't
you.
want a conversation.
Okay, then.
I'm
You
not
getting
playing
mad. I'm
no
just trying to have a
games,
conversation.
bro.
You getting
Think
mad
this shit
for
is a
it.
game, nigga,
What
raising
did you
your
get
voice
mad
like he's
for?
trying.
Yeah, it's scripted or nah? What you think, man? We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out in due time. All right, let's tap into this Tommy G video. I hope you ain't watching without me already, man.
24. Are you a 7 days a week kind of guy?
You said 88 said that guy that's talking about the police shouldn't work there. If Wack wanted to smack him, he could. Weak as fuck. Also, that guy should go outside and fight Wack. He ain't gonna do that.
Absolutely. 20 hours a day.
I try and get 4 hours sleep.
What is the best single investment you have ever made?
In the West Virginia gold mine.
What makes your tequila different?
Better quality, 8 different expressions, 3 flavors.
Yeah! Naked Diablo!
Bloody hell, mate. There are roughly 3,500 billionaires on Earth, and to put this kind of wealth into perspective, if you earn $10,000 an hour working 40 days a week, it would take you a whopping 48 years to achieve billionaire status. $1 billion is an insane amount of money. Meet Rob Fitzpatrick. This British billionaire made a considerable fortune in his 20s when he sold a marketing company in the UK for £300 million. Since then, he's built a massive globe-spanning portfolio of luxury real estate, precious metal holdings, stocks, equities in various ventures, and has business ties stretching from Dubai to the Turks and Caicos. Today, I'm shadowing him in New York City as he builds the next gem in his empire, Naked Diablo, a premium tequila he intends to scale into $1 billion brand. In this episode, we spend the day with Rob and attempt to demystify the game of money. We cover how billionaires largely avoid paying taxes, how Rob views passing down wealth to his kids, and what it looks like to build $1 billion business. Let's begin, folks, but first a quick word from the sponsor of today's episode.
Running a small bit one that no going for me. All right, folks, we are here.
Oh, in New York, my city.
All right, folks, we are here in New York, and we are here doing a piece on a British billionaire, mate. Now, we're going to talk money. I think it's fascinating to be a fly on the wall with a billionaire. I mean, how does he operate? How does he move? How does he close deals? We're here for a little adventure and to learn, and we're going to go meet this guy. Come on in.
I'll call you soon.
Hey,
Great to meet you.
how you doing, brother?
Yeah.
Good to meet you. Already closing deals this early in the morning.
Always. No, I've got a few friends here in New York, obviously.
Mhm.
So just making phone calls and making some arrangements and stuff.
Okay, and you're a British man.
Of course.
What brings you out to New York?
On business.
Yeah?
Always here on business. And to meet you, of course.
Yes. Okay, so 2 main missions in New York, promoting the tequila business
Yes.
and promoting the reality show that's coming out, or
Correct.
documentary. Well, we'll see if I behave myself. Maybe I'll have a little bit of tequila, but I'm a lightweight, you know what I mean?
Really?
I
Well,
am.
this stuff you're going to love. So we're going to go and meet Mark at a marketing agency at 10 o'clock.
Okay.
Because he's got some proposals that he wants to do for us.
So in researching online, I see that there's not a lot of stuff on the internet. My guess is that a lot of people in your shoes, you scrub the internet to keep yourselves private. Can you tell me about that?
Security standpoint, Tommy, yeah. I was driving home one night, many years ago, pulled up to my electric gate, and as I did that, people jumped out from behind trees and shit. Sawn off shotgun, took my Frank Muller Conquistador King Watt. Then they drove off with the SUV.
And this was in
Situation
England?
In England, in Manchester, yeah, just outside Manchester.
You're kind of in a position where on one end, you'd love nothing more to be private, but on the other end, to make money, you have to market, and to be market, sometimes you have to be visible.
Yeah.
So how do you walk that balance?
Well, it's been a very difficult balance. The documentary and the TV show was to create awareness, create followers, generate sales, generate distribution interest, but more importantly, increase the asset value of the company. So that's how we kind of stepped out from that complete anonymity to blow up the brand.
And how many countries are you in for your brand, your tequila?
Well, in Europe alone, there's 27 countries. And the expansion is just literally now we're putting our foot down to really go for it in a big, big way.
And you travel a lot, I would imagine.
Always on the go.
You enjoy it?
I love it.
Love it.
So we're going to go and meet Mark Anderson from Dolphin Entertainment. They're a New York listed group. Because of our Tequila Naked Diablo, they've got some marketing ideas and initiatives they want us to consider and roll out on, because we're always looking at ways to increase market share and cash flow as well.
We're in this new creator economy where everyone that has some sort of name is trying to launch their own deodorant or a liquor or product, but there's a lot of competition.
But you know why? Because it's consumable, so it's repeatable. But you don't just get one sale, you get sales continuously over and over and again. So if you get into the consumer space, you make fortunes.
What made you get into tequila of all things?
Funny thing is, we got into the tequila space purely by accident. For 20 plus years, we'd owned bars, restaurants and clubs in the UK, and it's called El Diablo Tequila and Taco Bar. And my oldest son, Lee, said to me, Dad, why don't we start our own tequila brand? Well, Tommy, I completely dismissed it offhand because I'm a lot older than you are. But my recollection of tequila was waking up the next day, feeling horrible, feeling sick. But Worry was super smart. He handed it over to our marketing guys who came back and said, this thing is blowing up. At some point, tequila will take over the vodka for the biggest segment of the alcohol space. But everything we do has to be premium, smooth, quality. That's our ethos. So all of our tequila flavors are reposado based, and our reposados are aged for a minimum of 10 months in a barrel.
Would you say of all the different business you do that you try and be in the premium space rather than the low price?
That's where all the money is.
Yeah?
Yeah. The margins are bigger.
Our next stop is to a marketing firm where two gentlemen are going to be pitching Rob on a proposal to help grow his tequila brand.
Good morning. Going to the 23rd floor, Dolphin Entertainment, Mark Anderson.
Hey.
Mark, how are you?
Great to see
Good
you.
to see you. And
Good,
you,
welcome.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you.
Good to meet you, Tommy.
Tommy,
how are you?
Mark,
I mean, look how foggy that is.
did you bring that with you?
I
Is this
must,
from Manchester?
I must have done.
Rob, I don't know if you can guess this, but how many employees would you think you have?
Oh, we have close to 200.
And around the world?
Around the world, yeah.
High-level players, it seems like what they're really good at is finding an expert right-hand man, manager.
People that are better than who you are.
Yes.
Most people are better than me.
Yeah.
So you're more big picture, long-term vision.
Yeah,
you're not playing in the day-to-day.
More of a visionary.
Yeah.
This is where we want to get to. This is how quick we would like to get there.
Yeah.
Please help us do it. Over to you guys.
Are you a 7 days a week kind of guy?
Absolutely. 20 hours a day. Because of the time difference of the different markets that we're in, you have to be.
Yeah, it's funny.
That's why I look so bad, Tommy. For 55. I try and get 4 hours sleep.
How do you see the markets changing right now? Because do you still see the United States as one of the financial superpowers, or do you feel like we're an empire on decline?
No, absolutely.
Yeah?
No one can touch the US. Not militarily, but also monetarily as well. Can't get near the US. Good to meet you in person.
Yeah.
How are you?
Doing all right?
Yeah, good, thank you.
Militarily or monetarily?
Mark, Charlie, one of the main reason I'm here in New York is, got a lot of media stuff going on. We've got TMZ interviewing us. The idea is blow the brand up, blow up the TV show, the documentary, and all that sort of stuff. Simon, what's the update on Salt Key?
The outline, approval or consent that we've actually got from government at the moment, it basically approves us as it does in the Bahamas, it approves us as partners and developers and landowners. If we wanted to push the numbers up slightly, we could do. But at the moment, the figures work very nicely the way it is.
Yeah.
We're looking for, smaller numbers, but higher value.
Yeah.
8 million and up, really.
Is that what the villas will get? 8 million for each one, yeah?
Yeah, absolutely. The five beds will.
Yeah.
They're all, pretty much beachfront.
All right, perfect. That's good news. I'm going to meet Abjijit and just to finalise the 160 million we're going to provide for the Dubai hotel, yeah? All right, Simon, I'll catch you later. Take care. Thank you. Bye.
I think a lot of people right now, we're in an era where I read that more people than ever are having 2 jobs in America. More people than ever are graduating college.
That was an expensive conversation.
Not having a job.
Yeah.
Making money, it feels like it's coming out of a lot of people's hands. It's the American dream is slipping away. What would be your perspective on that?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, the sad thing is, going back many, many decades, 1 job would be enough to sustain a family. Now 2 isn't even enough. So people are looking for the get me out of jail scenario.
Did you grow up wealthy?
Absolutely not. My dad was my inspiration and the reason that I became as successful as I did. Go to work, come home, have your tea or your evening meal, and go to bed. That was it. And I was 18 at the time, and I thought, I cannot have a life like this. Love my dad to that, you know, like you won't believe.
What did he do?
He was an upholsterer. The proudest moment in my life wasn't when I made my first million. My dad saying to a friend of mine, we would not have seen the world if it wasn't for Robert and Michelle, my wife.
Let's head to our next spot.
Yeah.
How old were you when you made your first million?
I was actually 24.
And how'd you make it?
I had a marketing company. Are you familiar with the term closed user group? So a closed user group.
Fake hair? Hey, maybe you see, how old is he? 55, maybe?
Because basically you're using a number of people to leverage for products and services. And we offer discounts on everyday living, a bit like cashback,
or a
concierge and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, but in a bigger scale.
And how old were you when you made your first billion?
That's a good question. The last 50.
And what was the play?
I stopped counting, Tom.
Yeah?
Because you do.
So was it a milestone that you tried to hit, or was it where you were conscious of it, like, boom, I hit it for the first time?
No, not really. I just knew I was always going to get there at some point.
First million about 23, first billion about 50.
No, did he?
Yes, maybe a bit before that, but you know, and then who knows where next.
Is there a yearly return you look for in an investment?
12 to 16% is the range that we look for.
And if you can consistently land those, you grow exponentially in your wealth.
Compound, yeah.
So that's roughly every like 4.5 years you double your money.
Double.
Pretty remarkable what compound interest can do.
It's great. It's what did Albert Einstein say?
I was just thinking of that.
Yeah.
There's no more powerful force than unit force in the universe than compound interest.
Compounding, yeah.
One of the things I was always focused as a young guy was saving as much as I possibly could. So I remember I lived with my aunt and uncle for a year for free. I was investing that money.
Yeah.
And I could have had my own apartment. I could have lived it up. I could have gone out. I didn't go to bars. I didn't do anything else besides work, sleep, work out. And I ended up using some of that money to buy my first property. It was a 4-unit building in Milwaukee, because I know that it steamrolls. Once you get one, then it helps you get two, and then all of a sudden you can start really picking things up. But I think right now where the economy is, a lot of people watching this, where their frustration might be is, yes, I want to be in the mutual funds, I want to be in real estate, but right now I'm living so paycheck to paycheck that I don't even know how to get ahead.
I mean, you know, the first foundation of creating wealth is savings and paying yourself first. If someone was, let's say they're making $1,000 a week, if they were just to pay themselves first before anything else, that $100, would they really miss it that much? In creating wealth, you've got to have discipline.
Yeah, so it sounds like one thing you're saying is automate your savings. Like, for example, even if it's $50 a week, put it into your Vanguard account, put it into your mutual funds, so it's already gone, you don't miss it. Find a way to make it happen.
You have to do. No credit cards, because all you're doing is becoming enslaved to.
Do you leverage debt to grow your wealth?
Always, you have to.
But not high interest credit cards?
No.
What are some books you found foundational to your thinking?
So the 3 main books that changed my life and made me what I am today is Think and Grow Rich. Napoleon Hill. Everyone knows.
I gotta get that.
How many people read it and applied the principles? Richest Man in Babylon. And the third one was Rich Dad, Poor Dad.
I got this book.
Robert Kiyosaki.
I gotta
big
finish
hero
it.
of mine.
You gotta own stuff to be wealthy.
Yeah, I mean, you know, he broke down the old paradigm, didn't he? That go to school, get a great education, get a job. You know, with that job, pay off the debt for getting that great education.
So what was your takeaway from that marketing meeting?
Good meeting. It always helps when, you know, they come highly recommended. You know, they're a public company. And if Mark and Charlie can help increase the sales of our tequila, I'm all in.
Next, Rob was having a lunch meeting with a heavy hitter tied to the richest families in India to discuss a $160 million development deal in Dubai. Unfortunately, the restaurant had a no filming policy, and partway through the meeting, Rob got a call that his TMZ interview was here, so he gathered up his family and went out to the reporter.
Good to see you, man. Good to see you in New York City. How are you? I mean, obviously the tequila's doing it pretty amazing right now. What was the goal of the tequila? Like, you know, there's a lot of celebrity tequilas out there. There's a lot of competition in the tequila world. What makes your tequila different?
Better quality. 8 different expressions, 3 flavors that are amazing on their own or in cocktails.
Yeah. Since you guys are the family, you know, we've seen you guys on TV and stuff like that. When you guys go home, how do you guys turn off work and just have a regular family life? You know, is it a constant business conversation, or what's the conversation at home?
We're a strong team. We're lucky in some ways. I've got an older brother, obviously 3 younger sisters. As you can tell, a lot more good looking than myself. But yeah, we work together as a team.
We're a very strong Christian family.
Well,
just want to put that out there, Adam.
Well, very cool, guys. Congratulations.
Thank you, Adam. Appreciate it.
I can't wait to see more places in New York having it.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for your time again. It's just
so let us know. Tommy's standing there looking like he part of the family, right?
Oh, what your plan is this week? I'd love to take you for dinner and have a drink.
Just got out of a lunch meeting, and it's crazy. I mean, you have these ultra wealthy people talking about deals, and a lot of it, they're not even paying taxes. Like, I learned that me and all my guys at the table pay more in taxes than some of these really, really wealthy businessmen that have hotels all around the world, businesses around the world. And it just makes me think it is a crazy system that
STK
the little guys are the
Steakhouse.
ones pay.
He right there. He right down there about STK. I gotta take my girl there. I gotta take my girl to STK.
In the large portion of taxes with the big fish. They're just taking advantage of loopholes that are illegal, but to think that I paid more in taxes than Donald Trump, I pay more in taxes than a multi-billionaire. I mean, it's a ridiculous thing to think. So I've now met 3 billionaires, and all of them work their ass off. Like, you would think if you made $1 billion, you spend the rest of your life on a beach, you don't care. All of these guys I've met so far, they are 7 days a week working, building the next project, and I think it's almost like they treat business like a game, and I think you have to, if you're gonna be the Michael Jordan of business and become a billionaire, you have to be in the gym, practicing every single day. And for these guys, it's making deals, it's making investments, and it's growing their wealth. Is it fair to say that I probably pay more in taxes than you?
This might hurt. Absolutely.
Oh,
absolutely. No question about
Every
it.
person.
I think the great Warren Buffett said the same thing. The average American pay more in taxes than he does, from a percentage standpoint, that is.
What do you think about that?
Well, from someone from my side of the coin, if you will, I think it's genius, because it's all about being smart and creating the right tax efficient structures.
So
not tax avoidance, tax efficient.
But let's demystify this. So part of it is because of where you invest, right? Like, give some examples of places that are 0% tax places.
Bahamas, Turks and Caicos Islands, Cayman Islands, British Virgin Islands.
Do you have properties in all of these places?
Yes, we do.
Wow. And so you're a big hotel and mixed use, like villa type of guy. That's one of your big plays.
We're one of the big plays, yeah.
So for someone that is a W-2 worker, is there any tax advice you can give them, or are you just playing in a different ballpark at the moment than they are?
Absolutely. They're just, you know, they've got to get out of that.
So being an entrepreneur and leveraging the tax code, that's one of the keys to start to magnify wealth.
Very true.
How did you discover this?
Even down just to your home and your mortgage is a tax write-off. You know, as long as you're part of your bills it's classed as your office.
Your father was an upholsterer. Correct. How did you start to learn all of these business techniques and trades?
Well, books is always one, isn't it? Trainings, you know, going to seminars, becoming more intelligent, more aware. But I think we said it earlier on, it's all down to discipline, taking action and doing what you've been taught.
We're going into the Ritz-Carlton, which your friend owns, and the cameras have to be low until we get to a meeting room, but it's going to be a pretty fancy, remarkable place once we get to a place where you can see it. Can you tell us about how diversified you are, what industries you're in, where your wealth is concentrated?
40%, 20%, 15, 10. 40% real estate, 20% renewable energy, 15% index funds.
Renewable energy, 20%.
15% private equity, and 10% is hedge.
And is cash also in that 10%?
Yes, it is.
Okay. And
which is normally about 3%. We keep cash.
And which of these sectors are you most excited about right now?
Oh, always real estate, but this is a big play right now.
And what do you love about real estate?
The cash flow it gives you,
but also on top of that, the asset appreciation.
Renewable energy?
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
So that we
This is
have
real estate,
holdings, wind farms, solar farms, battery storage, places like
You hear this? Wind farms, solar farms, battery storage.
that, the asset appreciation.
Renewable energy?
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
So that we have holdings, wind farms, solar farms, battery storage, places like Puerto Rico, Spain, Italy, France.
I'm guessing there's incentives to invest into that as well.
Subsidies.
Green energy subsidies.
Yeah, and then, you know, renewable energy is the next phase where fortunes are going to be made.
Are you good at saying, even if there's an opportunity that you can make a lot of money, backing off if it's not in your area of expertise?
Don't go near it, because then it becomes a gamble instead of a guarantee.
Index funds, that's a mixture of mutual and individual stocks?
Yeah, and gives you the compounded effect.
What is the best single investment you have ever made?
Definitely in the West Virginia coal mine.
Can you tell me what the input funds are and what it potentially could make?
12 million in, and potentially anywhere between 1.5 and 5.4 at the current valuation.
Billion. Would you say there's a little bit of luck in something like that?
Of course it is, but you have to have the means and the funds ready to deploy in a great opportunity.
And what is the single greatest loss that you've experienced in business?
That would be down to having the wrong partners, trusting people that you cared about, and greed and jealousy got them to turn on you. You know, it's not every deal that you do makes you money, but if you win more than you lose, you know, and let the numbers look after themselves, you'll be okay.
Right now in the United States, there are people that look at billionaires as heroes, and there's some that look at them as villains. What do you make of that?
Only jealous people think that way. With money,
Right.
a lot of good can be done. And I don't really care what people think. You know, we just keep going ahead. We have our principles, our disciplines, our techniques, our philosophies, and we just stick to that. And try and help people along the way, if we can.
What are some money-making techniques or inside tips that you could say to the audience?
Simple, isn't it? Pay yourself first. Put the money into investments. Create multiple streams of income as quick as you can. Learn, grow, be disciplined, and time will take anyone to wealth creation.
What was I gonna say?
We're gonna have to shoot Tommy for this because I can't be late on this next one.
Gotta move?
Yeah, we gotta move.
Okay.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Guys, ready?
Rob said he was considering buying one of his kids a penthouse in New York, so he cruised over for a showing. And as a simple Midwestern guy, I was interested to see what a luxury apartment in New York City looked like.
Christian.
Hey Christian, great to meet you. I'm Rob.
This is Rob.
Thank you.
Let's get started. Welcome to the building, by the way.
Nice.
I can keep the door open while they come in.
Yeah, of course, absolutely. You let me know how you want to. This is the great room. You have over 20-foot ceilings here and a triple exposure. So we're looking out west, south, and north as well. So we have this listed for rent at $50,000 a month.
Wow, $50,000 a month.
Pretty good deal for what it is.
I love the balcony.
So it's a 4-bedroom, 4.5 bathroom.
Yeah, 360.
You are currently in the primary wing.
So what's your role in the tequila? So my role is the sales on that side. I've got a lot of friends over in California, the West Coast. It's all about people skills. If you read all the books, you know, it's how to win friends and influence people. Ask people questions. You know, everyone loves talking about themselves. You've got to remember in life you have to be humble. Remember where you came from. Obviously, it's not always where you're going. It's the journey, not the destination. And putting the right people together. You know, everyone's got strengths and weaknesses. You've got to understand what they are. You've got to learn them quick. And putting the right people in the right task, because we can't do everything.
Okay, so how long you been in this luxury real estate business?
This is my 11th year in the business.
Views like this every single day is pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Seeing here.
So this is the crown jewel of the building. This building was originally built as a condominium, so these were set to be sold. a property management company purchased the entire building, and this is now their crown jewel in their portfolio, on their East Coast portfolio.
So these are the World Trade Centers?
Is that the one?
That was the one that fell because of burning furniture. And there definitely weren't people on rooftops celebrating.
I think.
So his tequila company has a billboard that's going to pop up in about 4 or 5 minutes.
It's definitely not this, yeah.
But we're not sure where it is, and it's raining buckets. How to build $1 billion.
The daughter look funny, I ain't gonna lie. Look, even in the picture, the daughter look funny. So the daughter over there, she look funny. This one look a little funny too.
How to build $1 billion brand. Sometimes it takes getting your shoes dirty to make some money in this business, eh?
Yeah, there it is. Welcome to New York, huh? Oh, this is UK weather.
Yeah, I was gonna say you should be used to this, right?
Yeah. But we don't go out. We don't go out in this. We're not mad enough to go out in this.
Well, you're mad, eh?
Leave that. You know, pity innit? We've been filming indoors. We should have done this.
It's a bunch of bullocks, I think. So tell me about a really low moment in your life and how you made it through.
No, a lot. The greatest low moment is obviously losing my dad. Never come to terms with it every day, you know.
How old were you when that happened?
7 years ago in February. So it still hurts.
Losing a dad sucks, man, because you wish you could call him up. There's so much advice and questions and guidance.
Oh no. But my biggest regret is when I used to pull up at my mum and dad's, and Michelle would run in and talk to my mum for something, and my dad would come to the window and I'd be too busy to get out the car and go in.
Yeah, I think death reminds us how precious this all is, and to think I haven't seen my mom too often. I've been too busy working, and I think, what's wrong with me?
Yeah.
So I actually am seeing my mom next week, but it is crazy that we could be too busy building our empire to see the most important people in our life.
And you blink, and they're not there, you know?
I feel what he said about his dad very strongly, and it makes me think how much more I'm going to prioritize seeing my mom, but then also business-wise. Every time I get to go home early to see my kid and my wife, my dog early, I take it because I know I'm gonna blink and my boy's gonna be in school, going to high school, going to college, out of the house. And if you don't dial into these moments, they pass you by. And I think that's
facts.
The weird thing in life is we're all well aware of it, but it takes loss or it takes missing that for the message to hit home. So we're going back to Times Square. Rob's a family man and he wants to get the family to all see the billboard together, make it a nice moment. I think this is cool, prioritizing what's important, because it doesn't matter how much money you have in the bank, if you don't have anyone to share it with or anyone to love, money's pretty worthless, I think. So back into the rain to continue this adventure.
Oh, it's coming now, isn't it? Yeah! Naked Diablo.
Oh yeah, baby. Come on.
I think it's cool to try and involve your family in the business, because then you get to share it with them. You get to, like, I know I want my boy to be really educated on real estate and YouTube and how to handle money overall, because I want him to go out into this new world and be able to fend for himself and be able to make his own money. From what I hear, we got a cool segment coming for you next. So we're gonna get in the Ubers and head to the next scene. We'll see you guys there. Folks, I believe the early 2000s may very well have been the pinnacle of gangster rap. So at this next stop, Rob goes on the podcast of Tony Yayo, a famous member of the rap group G-Unit that consisted of 50 Cent, Lloyd Banks, and Young Buck. Here's how it went. So I think something that's important to highlight is, like, what I find interesting about you, Rob, is, like, what time did you wake up this morning?
3 a.m.
3 a.m.?
Local time.
Okay, so you've been hustling around the clock. This is a level of dedication I think a lot of people wouldn't have to their job, and I guess there's a reason why He's getting deals to his phone, investing in companies, buying properties across the world. Just interesting to see into this world, because I think we hear about billionaires and we picture them just at home, stacking their money, swimming in a bathtub of dollars, but everyone that I've met so far that's a billionaire has a extremely structured, busy day, and they work a lot of hours. Yeah, I mean, have you tried it? No, not yet. Sounds powerful, like the Fitzpatrick family.
That's it. Tommy, you meant to sip it. You meant to sip it, not shoot it, you know?
That was some Wisconsin boy stuff.
Oh,
right there.
okay. Yeah.
That's good. Most of the time when I drink tequila, it makes me make a face. I didn't even make a face
No,
for that.
you won't do, because that is smooth and brilliant.
Ooh, I'm back in action, okay? I'm gonna have one more of those, dude.
Oh, have you tried it or not? Not yet. Which one?
Yeah, come on, let's partake. Let's have.
Yeah, just gotta.
Being a little bit of a wild chap.
He's drinking it all. Shit. Yeah, so I speak at the 1640 family office. Okay. Out there. So
See,
if you
just
don't
got
get the
done. It's like a
helicopter,
15, 16 hour day.
It takes forever to get
Trying to
there.
do another deal. That's how
The
this guy
drive
operates.
is horrendous.
Good thing there is. I had a great time.
What we had set up, Tommy, a couple of weeks ago.
Tommy getting lit.
Could have been a bit more spectacular than today, because of the snowstorm and shit got in the way.
But we still got action. We still got deals. Yeah. And to me, my message for everyone out there is take inspiration from this. Whatever journey you're on, hustling, making moves, like the way you operate, you're working 7 days a week because you're excited about life. Me too. That's the same way I operate.
We just don't know how long you've got.
Yes. So the mission of life is to find something that you're excited about, do it well, knock it out of the park. And that could be anything that you're into. So back home, get moving, get hustling, rock and roll. Cheers.
Cheers.
We haven't even seen him take one sip.
See you guys next week. Peace.
Hey, man. Hey, man. Say, man. Good video. Shout out to Tommy. Shout out to Tommy. Oh, what's this? The doorbell camera catches 4 terrifying moments you won't believe. Damn, niggas start blinking.
In the quiet early hours of November 8, 2020, what began as a normal morning in a West Toledo neighborhood took a dark turn when an unknown individual approached a home with what appeared to be criminal intent.
Me. Who is it?
See, yeah, nigga right there behind, creeping, waiting.
Captured clearly on a Ring doorbell camera, the footage shows a man dressed in a white hoodie and backpack, his face partially concealed with a mask. The suspect walked up to the porch calmly and brazenly, opened the screen door, then knocked on the main door. Inside the home, a woman was startled awake. Using the two-way audio feature on her Ring system, she asked, "Who is it?" The man responded simply, "It's me." But it quickly became evident that he was not someone she knew. As he responded, the suspect reached into his waistband, appearing to attempt to pull out a firearm, presumably waiting for the door to open so he could force his way inside. Fortunately, the woman remained cautious. She had already noticed the suspicious behavior on her phone via the Ring app. Trusting her instincts, she did not open the door and instead immediately called 911. As no one answered the door, the man stepped away. However, another individual, who had been hiding behind an object near the porch, emerged. The two fled the scene together, disappearing into the night, but not before their faces, clothing, and movements were captured in high detail on the doorbell camera. Following the incident, the woman told police,
"They changed me. Now I'm afraid."
"They changed me. Now I am afraid." Her reaction highlights the traumatic impact such an event can have, even when no physical harm.
Alright, this video about to be chopped. I can tell just about how they dragging small ass incident. Alright, I'm about to get a body. I'm gonna get a body, my boys. Appreciate everybody for tapping in. It was a good live. Hope y'all enjoyed the live, my boy. Yo, 88, appreciate you, my brother. As always, gang, I'm off this nasty for the night. I'm about to get going. I got work back in the morning. I gotta get to it. I gotta try to get my millions. I gotta try to get to my first million. Feel me? I'm off this